Welcome to Nihon Nights, a modern-day Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles set in the prefecture of Chiba, Japan. The Kotri are already awakened, so will not be rousing. But to introduce them, we have Elias, Clan Salubri, played by Masquerade. Marcelina of Clan Hakata, played by Larissa Rave. Slip of Clan Nosferatu, played by Vamp Daddy. Violet, Clan Nosferatu, played by Dark Scarlet. Sato Rin, Clan Tremere, played by Softy Nomicon. Kenun of Legaki, played by Daybreakathon. And our special guest, Regina, played by Wowzers. Every time I say Wowzers, I'm thinking of Inspector Gadget. The Kotri are currently split, with Slip and Daisy currently in the security room on the second floor of the TID building. At least that's what Slip thought, until he started looking around, and found that Daisy has done her wandering thing. The rest of the Kotri have proceeded through the laboratory, even scanning one of their ID cards that allows them access to the next floor. It says in amber writing, "Awaiting authorization." The staff seem completely oblivious to the door, and even to the nature of the predators walking among them. In the security itself, before Slip leaves to join with the rest of the Kotri, he notices, upon the security console, a warning light blinks, indicating someone is attempting to access the third floor, and a warning is about to be sent to the floor above. Slip, would you like to disable the warning before leaving and meeting up with the rest of the Kotri?
I would.
Intelligence and tech, please. Hopefully I will see your roll. And I did. Would you like to stick with it, or would you like to re-roll any of those?
I'll re-roll the 2 2s and a 4. 3 total.
Like success at cost.
Yeah, sure.
Lip desperately tries to key in codes, hacks, and various tricks he's picked up over the years to attempt to bypass the system. It frustrates him more than anything, as every single attempt he makes to bypass the alert ends up in the alert finding a new route. The beast inside of him crawls up to the surface in his frustration, wanting to vent his anger out on the console. Fortunately for him, he is able to will the Vitae around his body, encouraging the beast to be docile once more, as he finally finds a way to break the code and prevent the alarm going forward. Slip, increase your hunger by 1, please. In the laboratory, the door's locks unbolt, and the electromagnet disengages with a loud clunk, and the door swings slightly ajar, showing a small piece of a laminated large tile floor. Before the Kotri are able to make their way into the final floor, Slip, who has managed to meet up with not just Violet on way, but Kenun. He lets out a grisly voice from behind them, having realized that once the Coven leave this floor, he is of no more use to them, and decided to catch up with them. And as you all make your way up the immaculately clean stairs of tile, is there anything you would all like to talk about?
So, slight hiccup.
A hiccup?
I don't know where Daisy went.
Okay. She does
Yeah,
that.
she's injured and very high.
You know, I think in this one instance, it's best to just let her be. Because Daisy does that a lot. She vanishes, but she always comes back. So I'm sure she'll be back. Plus, if not, we can always send a crow after her.
That's true. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Other than that, any
mhm.
other hiccups?
No, other than the armory snafu.
Well, it's fine. I got it with me now, so.
Yeah.
Not the drones, though. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, if you guys find any more armories, please don't play with the remote controls to things. Please.
Yeah. So, a quick question: are we just like in the hall looking at the coterie, or are we like having to meet up with them still? Because I know that half the coterie had
All
started moving
together
away.
now, making your way up the stairs.
Okay.
Kennan and Violet included.
Okay. Violet, good to see you. Good to see you. How you feeling?
I'm fine. I like your guns.
Oh, thanks.
Bless you.
I got some other things. Do you want to see? If she'll pull back her jacket and she'll show the phosphorus grenades that she has. So when we're ready to fucking blow up the building, I got it.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Also got a shotgun. Don't normally use these, but it's kind of nice. Yeah. But she,
Where are you hiding the shotgun?
It's in the duffel bag. Because remember, I got a big old duffel bag out of the armory, and I shoved all the guns in there and the things. I just kept the grenades on the little belt loop that I had. Yeah. So I'm all in a big ass duffel bag as we're walking. So we found guns. What did y'all find? She says, "What did y'all find?" To like, those who went in the lab.
Well, we went on a tour of the lab. The scientist fellow was quite friendly, but I must say they have some awfully concerning tools they've developed.
Just as Elias says that, you will hear a muffled pull of a pin, followed by an explosion.
Fuck me. All right.
And then, of course, I can't remember what I named the scientist, just saying, hey.
Well, there's one of them.
Oh, that must have been that sunlight grenade the scientist kept playing with.
Sunlight grenades.
Let me put it this way. There are some disturbingly efficient killing weapons in that lab.
Is anyone under the impression that we are in the building of Sunshine and Rainbows? Elias, what did you think they were doing in here?
Well, they are doing research and development to exterminate her.
Yes. And so that was just the evidence of it, was it not?
Clearly, I certainly would not want to fall victim to any of these devious devices.
Sunshine and rainbows, indeed.
So with what you've just... And I'll have a conversation with you later. So if this is one floor, right? We've got about 3 or 4 more. I believe it's 3, right? 3 more above us? Or
One more.
Oh, that's right, because we already did the weird there is no war in Bossing Say floor. Okay, so we've got one more. Any chances there's a lab up there with concerning product? Maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay, all right. And she starts loading the various bullets she got into weapons before they go up there.
I'm sure the higher we get, the more we're going to run into people who can't be bothered with that sort of stuff and are involved with more important things.
That is true. Okay.
Also, the higher we get up, the more aware they're going to be.
Am I still Blush of Life? I know I did it when I first got in here. Am I still... Okay, I just want to make sure that it... Okay.
Lasts for the whole night or until you deactivate it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Amazing. Wow, I should have totally spent XP and got some stuff. Okay, so... Let's kill some shit? Yeah? How's that sound?
What? Why? Well,
Look, I'm not gonna go up there guns blazing. I'm just saying, should things happen, my aim is to kill. Is that everyone else is? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And then what becomes the exit strategy?
It's a good question.
Fucking run.
When we were in the sort of command center, was there like maps or anything like on one of the? Because I know there was a bunch of screens. Was there any like layout? Now that we were like in these
Only
floors,
on the floor.
like
only on the second floor. Security only had layout for the second floor.
Oh my god. Okay. Fuck! I wish Daisy was here. She could send a crow up there. Okay. All right. No, that's.
Oh, that wouldn't be suspicious at all.
You know, it doesn't matter. All it needs is the one sweep to get the message across. Okay. Hey, exit strategy. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there, because that's about as much information as we got right now.
I suppose we could try jumping.
Huh?
Jumping where?
Escape the building, not your immortal coil.
Hold on. I have a legitimate question. Since we've been in these upper floors, have we seen any windows?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh,
There may be like a roof access.
So the escape strategies go all the way up.
But then, then what is the real question?
Maybe they have hand gliders up there.
What?
If only they did. That would make things real easy.
Or a little helicopter.
Whoever's up here also needs an exit strategy.
It's true. But no, that's a fair point, Elias. There may be a helicopter pad of some kind, or some sort of let's get the fuck up out of here situation.
No, I imagine chances are most people who need to leave do so via the front door.
To drive a helicopter if we find a helicopter. That's it.
I mean, between the two Nosferatu and their amazing technology knowledge, we may be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I myself have not driven a helicopter before.
Neither have I. That's fair.
Well, I believe in us.
Guys,
everyone do a terror frenzy roll.
You sound like Peter Pan right now.
So my question is this, right? Are y'all ready to die? Because I'm cool if it happens. You know what I'm saying?
If it comes to jumping, I'm quite alright. Whatever you do is...
You fly. Shut up.
I could find a spider, and I'll just walk down the building.
The need to strangle Canoon right now has increased.
Well, can I ask, has Scarlet frozen for anyone else, or is my internet being very selective?
No, she's frozen.
It's a very unflattering phrase.
She's frozen in the funniest way.
Oh dear.
She seems extraordinarily frightened.
Can Kinun carry people?
Wait, can I carry people?
You said you could fly, right?
Can you carry people?
Wait, hold on. Let me check.
I need to check my ritual. Hold on. If Kenan can carry while flying, and I could carry while walking.
It would be. It would require a roll with strength.
I
figure.
Otto, I don't really think you've got the upper body strength. to do that while walking horizontal, let alone vertically.
Well, someone could hold on to me, and I could just stick to the
Yeah.
damn wall.
All right.
I mean, question, right? Because a lot of the buildings in Japan have nets around the
Oh.
buildings just in case someone decides
Oh.
to take a jump.
Did this one have one?
Does this one happen to have? Oh, we lost Violet there.
You'll be back as soon as she can, don't worry.
Yeah. I don't know if they have one on this building. But okay, they don't. I realized they don't have
They
one
found
of
a
those
better
nets.
solution of just not letting people up to the top of these buildings. You know, so
I mean,
the nets are
usually
now
that's
incredibly rare.
Oh, okay. Word. Look, I could be distraction, and y'all get gone. You know, there's always that option. It's just in case. I would like for us all to get out, but better to have the rest of you than me. I mean, I'm already dying. You know.
Well, when we get up there, I can ask someone how to evacuate.
Fair. Can do that. Although I would say, just given where we'll be in the building, they may be a little more resilient to influence, possibly. So just keep that in mind. You know, when you go to do the thing you do so well, Elias.
I would also take some of what these people say with a grain of salt, considering the last floor, we spoke to a guy who was on floor 28 and thought he was on floor 1 of 1.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, you know, we go in. We see what's good. And then if things go weird, I'll lay down some cover and we'll do what we can. That's about the best I can promise.
ooh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know just a brief thing here. Are we sure we don't want to just blow up the building? Like, fuck going up on that floor and just blow it all up? Are we, like...
Do you
I'm
realize
okay.
how dangerous that would be?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not let
But I
alone
just-
the fallout from that.
It won't be great, but also they're making stuff to annihilate us, so...
Well, we could blow up the top 4 floors. Maybe. Burn it down.
I guess when it comes down to it is how you want to do this, because I can't imagine that they're gonna just... I imagine they'll realize at some point what we are, and then the options become real limited. So
I believe there's got to be something like up there. Do we just blow it up and forget about trying to find out anything?
I mean,
That's a plan.
What more would y'all like to discover is the real question, right? Because if it's up to me, I kill all of them. But I'm not the only one in this coterie, so. And I don't know what Regina's looking for, but she came along, so.
I don't even fully know. It was a boon.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
Hello,
So,
by the way.
Yes.
Oh, just greeting the newcomer.
Oh.
Oh.
Right,
Yes.
Regina. Kenu, Regina.
I have you either. Pleasure.
Violet.
I'm Regina.
Regina.
Nice to meet you.
Regina, can you use doorbells?
I've never tried. Don't really have much use for a doorbell.
Isn't a doorbell just a button?
Well, that's kind of how the headsets work too. But
I have a
Well,
question.
I don't think a doorbell doesn't have any kind of transmission in it, does it?
the
I thought you
modern
just
ones
press
do.
it and it.
Makes
Pretty
noise.
exact.
I think I only know the old ones.
It's fine. She's a knocker. Doesn't matter.
I do. I
If
have a
I ever
question,
find
actually.
one, I'll try it and let you know.
Oh
I
my
do
god,
actually
please do.
have a question for you, Regina, because I know some of your kind can do this. I don't know if you can. Where you sort of like, what's the word? Almost like teleport from shadow to shadow. Can you do that?
Maybe.
No fucking
All
way.
right. Right? Okay.
I think
that's so
maybe
cool.
is
What
a
the
yes
fuck?
in this situation.
I mean, that'll be super
Damn it.
useful if you need to get out quick. Shadow jumping.
That's cool as hell. What?
I
Damn.
was
Yeah, dude.
asking what y'all's escape strategy is.
We don't fucking know.
Wait, Regina, take me with you. I owe you a boon. You need me.
It would be very unpleasant for you.
As
Oh, I'm
opposed to
so curious
bouncing on
what the fuck that
impact.
means. What does that mean?
I'll let you
I
know.
want to know more about you, but this is probably the worst time to be asking those kind of questions.
Oh yeah, true.
How about we all
Let's just walk
Just
in there. Let's
stick
just do this.
together? Yes,
Yeah.
walk in there, stick together. We'll figure it out as it comes.
All right.
Ever do
The
anything
more
else?
here, the closer we get to dawn, and then we can't even leave.
I've taken a ride through the shadows before. It was quite efficient.
When were
You
you?
have? This
the
is
fuck?
the worst time for this kind of conversation. I need to go.
We will talk about this. I'm actually in agreement with Marcelina. Talk about this later. Let's go.
Marcelina is absolutely fascinated by these people and this knowledge now. But yeah, we'll head towards wherever the door is.
Kojri reach the top of the stairs and become aware of a muffled silence that seems to fall on them and fill the entire floor. Even their footsteps seem muffled. As they speak, their voices don't even echo despite their surroundings. As the floor below them, a sign with coloured lines that run on the wall to aid navigation is present. The security room goes in one direction. Notably, there is no armory signed, just personnel lockers in the same direction. The opposite way shows specimen containment, and according to a newly added out-of-format sign haphazardly balanced upon the others is a sign that reads New Management, and rather than a painted line it seems as if someone has had their fingernails rammed into the wall and dragged along to show the way. A warning sign has been nailed into the middle of the wall.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
What's the warning sign say?
Nope.
Chance of death.
As one does.
It looks like this
Okay.
floor might be under new management.
Indeed.
Oh.
Marcelina has the manic giggles. You said there's a containment unit?
Yep.
Okay.
Specimen
I wanna take
containment,
a
to be
peek.
specific.
Okay. Is it like this a beautiful photo you've provided us has little windows to look into it? Or is
It's
it closed off with more metal?
it's a different room that's one direction away through a corridor.
Oh, I understand. Okay. So,
I don't like that.
specimen
containment.
containment?
Yeah.
Oh,
Weird-
they
weird-
did this to
weird-
themselves, didn't they?
Probably weird nail thing on happening on the walls. Which way do we want to go? Which poison would we like to take?
Half am interested in specimen containment just because I'm pretty sure if it's got stuff in it, they would be very interested in maybe helping tear the place down.
Mm.
May I look at the scratch marks, please?
Go on.
Do Do they look kindred or lupine or
Intelligence and investigation. Or
Can I
wits.
help? I was also curious about that.
Do you have a dot in investigation?
No, never mind.
I do. Can I help?
Yes.
Also, wouldn't Slip actually like maybe be familiar if it's lupine because he lived in that
We'll find
amusement
out.
park? Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
oh?
that's amazing. Okay.
Welcome back, Violet.
Sticking
Welcome
with it?
back.
Are you sticking with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 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 oh.
I love it.
Run it up
Good
mid.
night, everybody. I've got
Ready.
to go.
You approach the scratch marks embedded into the wall, finding the blood incredibly dry. As far as you can tell, it was made by fairly blunt fingertips. This would not be lupine, unlikely to be kindred with so much blood, leaving only a mortal of some descript. As you look upon this, the beast inside of you scratches inside of your head. The need to know permeates you. You become consumed with a hunger for secrets, to know that which few or no one knows, almost as strong as your need for blood. You refuse to share secrets with others except in strict trade for greater ones. All actions not spent working toward learning a secret, no matter how big or small, receive a 2 dice penalty. You are suffering from Nosferatu compulsion, cryptophilia.
Let's go.
Amazing. A question, Violet. Is your little fox friend with us? Or did you leave him?
Mr.
Outside.
Scruffles is outside.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. I would hate for anything to happen to him.
That's why he's outside.
Right. So what are we looking at?
Someone with fat fingers.
Someone
Okay.
under some kind of duress.
Kind. Stinky kind. Nothing interesting.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's some sort of experiment or genetic bioweapon or something of the sort.
This isn't a video game.
Well,
Well,
it may be.
They have sunlight grenades.
yeah, hold
That
on.
makes sense.
I mean,
Okay.
if they are developing weapons.
Scientifically speaking,
Yeah.
you can create something that gives off UV light. Excuse me,
Yeah.
plenty in chemistry.
Samitsu do weird shit with bodies all the time.
But that's
Oh
magic.
no. Oh.
Science.
Right,
Suddenly,
but
I'm
like,
very uncomfortable.
I'm just saying, if a Samitsu can stitch together something and make some real monstrosities, it's really not so hard to imagine that these same kind who've made weird ass biological weapons could also fuck with the body. And
I think
I mean, they do
you,
experiments on kindred and lupine all the time, right?
Intelligence and occult with a -2 penalty, please.
Shit. Man, I wish I could do that.
Maybe.
I think it's a pretty good guess. I think it's a pretty good guess, though.
I have a feeling this is specifically for Violet.
That's fine. Violet,
I'm scared.
you are old enough to have experienced far, far stranger things than Zamitsi flesh crafting. Far, far stranger things than a grenade that has harnessed sunlight. There are things out there that they just would not believe are possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I could tell you more, but you'd have to give me something in return.
No, don't be like that,
what?
Mommy, please.
What did you just say?
What?
Anyway, not the time. Okay, here's the deal. Rax, this is life or death. I mean, hey, Death Clan, maybe I can offer a secret of from the family for you. What say you, Violet?
You have a personal secret.
Do you offer from your family or from you?
Oh, that's a good question. What's more valuable to you?
From you?
Do I have any secrets worth telling you? We get out of here alive, Violet. I will give you a personal secret.
You could whisper it to me.
Okay, but I have to do a quick pause. I'm gonna have to ask the ST if it's all right if I make this my secret. So
You're gonna go on the other side of the door.
So give me a moment, discuss amongst yourselves. I'm gonna ask the ST if it's okay. Hold on.
Hey, Sato, how's Ron doing?
Huh?
How's Ron doing?
I don't know.
Do you have him on you still?
Let me check. And he reaches behind, like, he has to kind of reach in his hair, pulls out the little bee. He seems fine. I think he's okay.
All right, just checking.
Sodom moves his hair back out of the way and lets Ron crawl back underneath there.
You get a B+ for that.
Is it strange that the vibration is comforting?
Oh. No, not at all. Keeps me warm. It's nice. Being full of little maracas, you know.
There's a reason I always want to hug you.
Yeah.
Regina just became very invested in this relationship.
All right, well, you keep Ronald safe now.
He'll be fine.
Thank you.
Question slip.
Yo.
Is that the only bee with a name? Or do they all have names?
They've all got names, but that's Ronald Beasley.
I see.
Okay. I don't want the rest of the coterie to hear.
I can deafen.
Okay.
Don't need real life
No,
death.
no.
Just
Just don't metagame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
Violet will,
depending on how
Marcy-
the secret is told, I'm not going to stop anyone trying to eavesdrop either.
Okay. So okay. So Marcelina's gonna pull Violet to the furthest corner from everyone. And actually pull Violet so that she's like right up against her body and drop her head so that her hair kind of masks her face, and whispers to Violet 2 very personal secrets. One being that she diablerized one of the older family members, and that Augustus Giovanni is missing.
And you will
He's
take
disappeared.
1 aggravated willpower damage for revealing Augustus Giovanni has disappeared.
Yes.
So what do I have to roll to overhear that?
Wits and awareness against Marcelina's.
Ooh.
Something
Can I get on that action?
stealth. Yep. Wits and awareness.
Against what?
I think it's
We can
gonna
all
have
try
to
and
be-
hear this.
Yeah. Wits and
What you get
awareness
for
for
Info
picking
listening.
means nothing
Marcelina?
for me, but I want to know stuff anyway.
What
Charisma
am I
and
rolling?
stealth, Marcelina.
This is where
Wonderful. I'm
3
gonna
beast
use-
failures happen.
I'm
Can I
going to use
assist
my-
Marcelina in keeping it quiet?
How?
Cupping her ear.
Yeah, fuck it. With a plus. I think the amount of people that want to hear this, I think she's going to need the advantage. So yeah, have a +1, Marcelina.
Yeah, so you said wits and awareness to be nosy?
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
going to use my stealth against kindred specialty.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
So I believe that's what a plus
Plus
3,
2.
plus 2.
Plus
Plus
2
2.
net. 1 from the assist, 1 from the speciality.
Good call.
No, she's
We're
whispering
gonna
lies,
fucking.
not calling.
We're gonna re-roll those 3.
Excuse me for a moment. I gotta revoke my dog's window privileges.
No, Regina has the beast.
What does
So-
that mean?
I re-rolled
Find out.
the 3 of those, just so you know. So that's a total of what, 5?
That's 5. And so anyone else want a reroll?
Can
their roll?
you not
You reroll.
reroll hunger dice, right?
You cannot reroll the red dice, no.
Oh.
So
Then
I
I
think you
take it
can
back.
only reroll 1.
Then I
So
take
if
it
you
back. How
reroll
do
a 3,
I-
you just rerolled your...
So you can say
I
you've 6.
I'm back.
The 5 is really the only one that you can reroll, Marcelina.
Okay. So
do
should I
another
re-roll
reroll
that?
if you want with just 1 die.
Okay. Yeah.
It's worth it.
Well, I
'cause
want
you've
to do
got
it
a
right.
potential
Oh,
crit.
never mind.
3.
It's fine. Hey, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna die anyway.
That is going to go to.
Spirit?
That is
What
going to
happened?
go to the people who are listening in.
Okay.
And you will all, basically, everyone that rolled will have heard this.
Okay.
I don't think
Good
Elias
news
heard.
is Augustus Giovanni, who I think everyone would at least know that he used to be the head of the Giovanni clan. The Giovanni clan is now, of course, not as prolific as it once was, being replaced by Clan Hakata.
I
Good
think.
news is that Regina will not be suffering from the beast. You do not
Oh,
want
lovely.
a La Sombra to suffer from their bestial compulsion.
I think when Marcelina reveals those secrets to Violet, is probably keenly aware that other people are listening. She says that she diablerized one of the older family members and looks pretty directly at the coterie as she says it.
Noon's just got the same detached grin he's always got.
Sada's just trying to stare at the floor.
Which leads me to question,
Right.
which room would everyone like to go to?
Well, I don't want to follow the horror movie path, so I'm gonna go look what's in the specimen room.
That might be the horror movie path.
So they're both horror movie paths, but one of these is a literal trail of blood. The other one is a room that doesn't have a trail of blood, but might have a monster in
The
it.
containment room is the trail of blood direction.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, fuck. I still want to go see what's inside.
Would you
I
like me to
think-
sneak in?
That's right.
Obfuscated.
Oh, yeah.
Would that make you feel better?
It would give us a heads up of what might be in there.
Hmm.
I could always go in too. Ask around.
Before
How about obfuscate first, then you?
before Violet goes and disappears, Marceline is going to give her a kiss on the forehead.
What was that for?
I felt like it.
Thank you.
You always keep us safe, Pixie.
Smiles. Very big. And goes invisible.
Do a rouse check for me, please. I mean, just for the purposes of the rules, I would imagine everyone just just looks away or something like that, because she can't do it when everyone's looking.
Yeah, I think it's she said that she's going to obfuscate. I think everyone would probably know to not look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a minor detail, I know, but it's one I feel worth mentioning just because of the rules. Because I don't want a Twitter thread about me how I don't know the rules for this game. And you will urge your blood around various parts of your body, Violet, not making you actually invisible, but for all intents and purposes, you will not be seen. You will simply be looked over as if you were not there.
I was peeping in the room.
Containment room. A long, wide corridor rests between the Coven of the Undead. Calm pictures of Japanese countryside and mountains surrounded by clouds line the walls. At the end of the long corridor, and slowly coming into view, is a similar airlock-like circular area. Unlike the one on the previous floor, this entrance is heavily reinforced.
So there's an airlock. Got a little window?
It's the closest thing, it's kind of like a cross between an airlock and an airport body scanner.
Oh,
But you don't know what this is, because you haven't, the ones that you encountered on your way up were already deactivated by Slip earlier. But
So can I look through it? It's a little window, and I beep boop.
there is frosted glass on the other side, and where you can see the occasional moving figures. Do intelligence and tech for me, please. It's not a particularly difficult roll.
Sorry, it's been a while.
We've missed you.
I have missed you also. Oh.
It's going to be more difficult than that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I thought so. Can I re-roll?
You absolutely can.
Raw.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
It's a fucking X-scope. This isn't just the crap little X-scope that you can easily beat, even in your Nosferatu state. This is something far more modern, far more in-depth, and the moment you step your foot onto that, the game is up.
So there's no screens or anything else that lets me know what it is, what's it through it? Any signs?
Nope. You'll know that specimen containment, extreme security, because this has got the worst enemies the SI can ever face. And because of that as well, it's got the highest security possible. They can't risk anyone just sticking their head in and revealing the existence of supernatural creatures, let alone the fact that this organization actually has them as prisoners.
So, given my intelligence, am I gathering that the shapes moving around are like guards or the actual creatures?
I think, you've got enough experience to realize they're not just going to let prisoners walk around in a containment area.
Okay. All right.
Free range containment.
Could be. I don't know. I'm gonna sneak back.
Oh, that's a very interesting door. That's definitely going to sense what we are as soon as we step into it. It's very technical.
Are we sure we don't want to just blow it up? Are we positive?
Hold on. Was there like any cameras on the approach to the X scope, or do you think it would be safe for me to just walk up? Take a peek at it.
Would you like me to go in front of you to block you? Just in case?
Your obfuscate was broken the moment you started speaking, I'm afraid, Violet.
I know, but cameras can't see me.
Do you have ghosts in the machine?
Yeah, I think so. Allow me to check for a moment. Beep, 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 beep.
But there were no cameras, right, Shiv?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do
there
have
was
ghosts in the machine.
Oh, then, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Of course I do.
Just give me a second here. He's just gonna kind of slink over, kind of take a peek.
Intelligence and tech.
Be careful.
Too difficult.
Don't be careful, mommy.
Marcelina quietly cackles. Oh, good. We're having a great time tonight. We're doing so good.
Slip.
Hi.
Sticking with it, you can
Yeah, that's really good. Last time I tried that, I got a messy, so I'm gonna just keep it.
Okay. Oh, that'll be fucking interesting, that one. Okay. Slip, you look over the device and you recognize it instantly as extremely similar, if not the same kind of thing that you've experienced in the facility before. You know you can't deactivate it from here, at least not without drawing too much attention. It's likely that you'll be able to deactivate it in the security room. As you do this, the beast once more rears its head inside of you, screaming at you at how incapable the rest of the Coven are, how you're the one that has to lead them and stop them from being fried instantly and discovered. You cannot use teamwork and perform any action that avoids establishing dominance or challenging authority at a 2 dice penalty to all of your pools. This compulsion ends when you have won and gloated over it. You are suffering from the dominance compulsion.
Thanks. Okay.
You're welcome.
Slip's gonna make his way back.
Oh no.
And then just kind of just hold a finger up to them and then just go off towards the lockers to look for the security office.
Pristine corridor leads onwards through the facility. A strange dampening of sound evident upon your approach as the footsteps make nothing more than a muffled clump on the floor. An armored guard dressed in all black with light armor that covers his entire body from his neck down stands silently to attention by the door to the security room. You instantly notice the block 17 on his hip. Directly opposite the security door is the personnel room. The door to the personnel room has a simple silver panel upon it and no lock, but the security room has a familiar scanner lock next to it.
Okay. Can't use teamwork. Must establish dominance. Must T-pose. Okay. Right. Yeah, I guess we're doing this, huh? All right. Quick glance around. Are there cameras in this hallway?
Nope.
Cool,
This is,
cool.
At this point, it's kind of the Second Inquisition's hubris that, no one's going to make it this far that they really need to worry about. Why bother with security?
Yeah. Oh, fuck me up, dude. Okay. I'm gonna approach the guard. Yeah, approach the guard.
The guard just remains silently standing to attention, almost as if he's not exactly ignoring you, but just doesn't care about you.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop and kind of wave my hand in front of his face.
Doesn't even blink.
Oh. I'm just going to the security room. Fuck it.
Scanning the card, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Man doesn't react. The ID scanner gives a positive beep, and the words "access granted" in green across the small LCD screen, and the door slides into the wall with minimal effort. The cool, air-conditioned air leaks out over you, standing in the doorway. The room is filled with tall, standing server units, and in one corner of the room is a tall rack of monitors, all of which are turned off. The room is empty of any kind, and a layer of dust dances in the air. What would you like to do?
How similar is the interface and terminal and everything to the second level?
At its core, it's basically the same operating system, but this one is slightly more intricate.
Okay.
They've got Windows 7.
Yeah. Alright, shit. Over the intercom, he's gonna ask someone to send Violet down to the security room and to just walk in and to not talk to the guard. Nice.
I'm like skittering, basically.
Yep.
Going full goblin mode.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be able to access the security room. You have an ID pass as well. The guard gives you no trouble.
That's unsettling.
I know, right?
Hmm.
It's like Elias was just here for a weekend or something. Have a seat at the console here.
Okay.
Did
So what do you
someone
make of
say
that?
my name?
You do good work, bud. What do you make of all this here? You think you could turn the X-scope off from here?
Intelligence and tech, please, Violet. And I think you can have a +1 for an assist from Slip.
Oh, Slip's not helping.
That's
This is
proven
the
he couldn't
T-pose.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God someone corrected me. That's fine.
Oh, thank God we're doing this.
It seems like
T-posing.
it seems like it was attempted that the security room controls were bypassed, but unsuccessfully. The controls were instead embedded deeper into the system, with various traps added for the operator if they stumble haphazardly around the system, although it seems the video feed system is easily accessed.
Okay, so you turned the scopes off now? It's off?
Is it off?
No.
Oh. So you weren't able to turn it off?
I am still attempting.
No, go, please. You want me to do it for you, or?
Just turns very slowly and looks at him for a second.
Would you like my help, Mommy?
I'm much more polite. That's
Yeah.
better.
A shiver goes down Sato's spine. And he doesn't know
Sato's
why.
not in that room.
I know, this is just out in the hallway. A shiver goes
Understood.
down his spine.
Understood.
After the session, darling.
Yes, please.
I'll try it.
Intelligence and tech, please.
Yeah. I think I might blood surge this, actually.
Oh, do you both want to do it, or do you want the plus from me helping you?
He
Oh,
can't.
you can't help. You can't help. He can't accept it.
Oh, God.
I know.
Deepos.
Oh, hunger 4. Let's go.
Hungry boy.
I was just about to say Elias don't use any abilities, and here's Elias like this.
That's absolutely fine. Slip, you are able to navigate through the system. You also notice the video feed system can easily be activated. But your primary concern is, of course, deactivating the X-scope, which you are able to do without any hitches.
Oh, neat. I see what you did wrong. Easy mistake to make. But that's why you have me.
It is. And I'm so lucky to have you.
Yes, I gathered all of this information on the
Mm-hmm.
building and the people within it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you gathered some information as well, right?
Of course.
Yeah, what did you bring to the table again? Just remind me real quick. I'm such a terrible Nosferatu. Just refresh my memory. Please, Mommy.
Marcelina from the shadows is like, stop talking. She's gonna cry. She's gonna kill you. Stop talking. Please, Slip.
Violet is going to stand and get very, very close to his face.
I'm so scared.
Very, very close to his face.
He's gonna lean in and give her a little kiss on the nose.
Oh.
I don't have a nose, but okay.
He's gonna kiss her nose socket.
Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Fury Frenzy for me, please.
Can't believe this.
What are you doing?
Difficulty 3.
No.
Marcelina
Difficulty
takes a
3,
deep
did you
breath.
say?
Yes,
He
please.
was already being really petty about things, so then getting dominance and challenging authority, I'm just let me live.
Marcelina from the hallway takes a deep breath and is like, Slip's
Does
gonna
it
die.
modify it? Do I modify it by anything?
No modifiers.
No.
And the storyteller's just sat here thinking, I don't know why I bothered making so many powerful enemies at this rate.
The real enemy was the friends we made along the way.
Violet, the beast inside of you will not tolerate such insolence from this Nosferatu. This Nosferatu you see is barely worthy of the name. He is meant to be your child, and here he is giving you backlip. You can't stand for this. The beast takes over. You are filled with rage and the desire to slay anyone in the vicinity, unless you are subdued, overwhelms you. You may ride the wave and take control over your character about who you are going to attack, or you may not, and I will be in control of who you will attack.
So at this point, you can take control, or I do.
Yeah, you can ride the wave. I believe. Yeah, I think you can just ride the wave for free.
So keep control.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you are still going to be in frenzy, but you will be
Sure.
able
Like
to
you,
say
so you can like
who
choose
you attack.
who you kill.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Basically, you could choose to just ride the wave, or you can try to stop yourself and like stave it off. But if you fail that roll, Shiv gets you for the scene.
I would like to
She's-
try and
she's
take
failed,
control back.
She's failed to
Alright.
the frenzy roll. She
Yeah.
is in frenzy. She can't prevent it.
All right. Okay. She is going to grab Slip by the neck and force him on his knees.
We're just fighting at this point, Shiv.
Mm-hmm.
We could see this, right?
No,
Mhm.
Or at
we're
least
in the hallway.
Can
We
we
can
hear the
follow them.
commotion?
Oh, yeah.
They're
you-
like in a separate room. We can't hear them, right? Because they're like in a
Listen, we're
security
gonna find
room,
out the X scope is turned off when Slip gets slammed into the door.
basically. If she chooses to throw him in a door. For now,
and
he's
the
going.
sound
Not
in
throwing
the
him right
entire
now.
place is muffled. So unless you were even in the room, you wouldn't hear it.
Slip's going to try to literally use height and the length of his arms to turn the arm to the side and grapple.
Strength
Pin.
brawl versus Violet strength brawl. This is not going to go well for you, Slip.
No, probably not.
Do I have to use my speciality against Kindred?
Yep.
I have a brawl speciality. Do I have to
Yep.
use it or not?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
The beast isn't going to stop or show
I
restraint.
know. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Boop.
My God.
Oh dear.
That's a strong, tiny person.
Ooh!
Wow, Slip.
Good job. That's good.
Roll. Anybody want to reroll?
Do I have to?
You don't have to.
Okay. No.
It would normally go to Slip as the aggressor. Oh, yeah, Slip.
No. If I got it, I got it.
As Violet has a critical, it's going to go to her. And
Mm.
it's a messy critical. Violet counters his attempt to grapple and restrain Violet, easily subduing him, restraining him. Her 4 fangs extend and immediately bite into Slip's flesh and begins to draw his vitae out. Slip, increase your hunger by 1. Violet, decrease your hunger by 1. Slip,
Yeah, sure.
you
Yeah.
are now at hunger 5, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Do a hunger frenzy check for me, please.
Yeah.
3.
Let's fucking go.
Yay.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Those
my
of us
fucking
outside of the
God.
room, do we hear anything?
No.
No!
Okay.
We will
Sounds
find out
muffled.
till one of us is dead.
Wonderful weather we're having.
Slip,
Screaming. Where the fuck did those two go?
Uh-huh.
the beast inside of you controls you, and you have the urge to feed. You are running on nothing. You need vitae. You need fresh human blood from the closest source, the guard outside the room. You also need to fight off your sire in order to be able to get to him. Would you like to ride the wave, or would you like to give in to the frenzy?
You know what, Shiv? Go ahead. Fight yourself. I'll let you take control too.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just role play with yourself for like 40 minutes.
Marcelina
They said
inhales
it
real
couldn't be
deep.
done.
Yeah, Marcelina inhales real deep, and she's like, "Ooh, death." It's like I feel like she can sense, and I was like, "That's death. That's death in the air right there. Yes, someone's dying."
What? What? How can you tell that?
It's what I do.
I mean, we're all here. I don't think it's that much of a stretch.
Ooh. That's fair.
No, someone's actively dying.
What?
I can feel it. Someone's actively dying.
Where did Violet and Slip go again?
Oh, Well, I think they went to do some security stuff to make sure that we can walk on through with no problem.
You don't think they ran into any issue over there, did they?
Probably not. I mean, look, Violet's really old, so therefore very, very strong. She's a former Archon, so even if they did come across something, she's got the experience to kick its ass. Plus, with Slip being her child, you know, she's gonna be extra protective of him. Not gonna let nothing happen to him. You know what I mean?
And
That's
And
Slip-
Nosferatu, they're real tight. You know, they're real like clan above all type of shit.
and
more than the Tremere were.
Unless you have a certain merit, you have a level 1 blood bond to Slip. Do a Fury Frenzy check for me at difficulty 2 this time, please. Perfect. Violet, you release Slip, enjoying the taste of his vitae as it trickles down your throat, not caring for the bond that may have formed between you. As you discard him to the floor, you notice he doesn't get up, but instead, on all fours, crawls at speed out of the door and towards the guard. Slip! Do your feeding roll for me. No, actually, do your feeding roll for me, please.
Picturing like the full-on Smeagol scramble.
Mr. Quiet the Precious.
Fucking skitters around.
Believe it or not, Slip, you fucking won that.
Oh.
And the guard, completely oblivious, not caring about this strange creature on all fours, fangs bared, as you pounce upon him, forcing him to the floor, and violently sink your fangs into his flesh, draining every single drop from him, leaving the desiccated husk of a corpse on the floor. You may slake 5 hunger. You will take 2 humanity stains, and you are no longer in frenzy or under your compulsion. You may also have a willpower back for a very good playthrough of your compulsion.
Thank you. All right, Slip will finish that, kind of stand up with like that post-compulsion clarity, and kind of slowly turn towards Violet.
Violet, you are also out of frenzy.
Mm-hmm. Turns back and looks.
Well, that fucking happened.
Yes.
That was more the thing in me than me. I apologize. You want to help me weekend at Barney's this guy over into the security room?
Violet's gonna go over and hug him. And hide her head just here.
Oh, he'll hug her back. He's a sucker for hugs.
Aww.
And as you hug him, as soon as I can find it.
He's our child now. Hush for a minute.
What?
Nothing.
I'll never leave you alone.
I know. Shall we go?
We should just probably move this guy.
Hmm.
I figured we put him in the chair and then
All right.
Yeah.
I feel I must
yep,
ask,
yep.
as you are both Nosferatu as well. Video feed is of no interest to either of you?
Well, getting this dead guy out of the hallway comes first, then we'll do the video feed.
Then we'll do the
yeah.
goblin stuff.
Yeah, a lot of fuckery was going down there for a hot minute. He couldn't think past
Mm-hmm.
the must dominate. Must dominate.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I love Regina's face watching this of, the fuck am I doing here? And Elias
here.
just sat there going, oh, am I going to get eaten?
Oh my god, okay. All right, what do we got here?
Let's see.
The monitors are easily accessed, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll go through the personnel room. You'll see it's completely empty. There's a few lockers that have been opened. Most of them have been closed, with 2 large benches containing it, but for all intents and purposes, it seems empty. You switch over to the containment room, and you see it is wide enough to show several figures that appear to be human in thick glass cells. There will also be a mound of flesh, fused together and pulsing rhythmically, as if trying to breathe but kept in a large cage. Every time it expands out, it hits the metal bars, and you see a small electric shock hit it, and it quickly retracts. You see 6 figures, clad in black, heavy armor from head to toe, armed with shotguns that all stand silently at various points in the room. Wits and awareness for me, please, the both of you. You remember from various encounters, these are Inquisitor Deltas. A lot of Inquisitor Deltas. And then the monitor switches to the so-called command room, where it shows nothing but static. What would you like to do?
What is that they're guarding?
I no longer wish to try to recruit friendlies from the cells, Mummy.
Tzimitzi or?
Yeah. I think if we're lucky. That's Zimitzi.
Oh,
It does. Storyteller, it doesn't look familiar in any way, does it? As in certain blobbed friends.
It could be, but at the end of the day, it's night, which is when you're actually able to walk around. It's a mound of flesh fused together. It could be Tzimitzi in its horrid form. It could be some form of flesh-crafted creation. It could be something even worse.
I'm worried it's something I know.
I'm sorry. What did you just say? You know it, maybe? Whomst?
My Tremere.
Flip goes frog-eyed. What?
It's how he died.
Okay, Slip's gonna give her the hug now.
No time for motion right now.
So, do you want to kill it? On the off chance?
I would need to know more information. They are guarding it very closely.
Well, are there any readables on this terminal about what might be in the holding cells? Anything?
Oh, I like that question. Do intelligence and tech for me, but this will be quite a difficult role.
Can I assist?
Yeah. Yeah, you're sat
Alright,
at
and
the
I'll-
computer terminal with him and be like...
And I'll blood surge. I'm sitting at 0 right now.
Boosh.
Be able to bring up brief, superficial information on the creature. It is currently labelled for vivisection. And a very, very small note is added just at the end of Anatide Anus. Would you like to translate that? Do. Intelligence and academics, please.
Who's rolling?
You can both.
I've got a pool of 4 from my 4 intelligence. I have no
Also 4. Also 4.
Cool.
Can I
go ahead.
assist?
Yeah. Oh wait, do you have a dot in academics?
Yeah.
No.
If you have a dot in academics, then yeah.
Oh! So I'll roll with 5 then?
Mm-hmm.
Question mark, okay. Oh! 3?
Sticking with it?
Fuck it. 1, I'll re-roll the 1 and the 3. Blech.
It's Latin. That's all you can ascertain.
Cool.
Meanwhile,
I'll just open the Google Chrome. I understand.
Meanwhile, with the rest of the kindred and single Gaki, there is a single Gaki in your area. Sorry. What are you all up to? You'll have noticed by now that the X-scope has been turned off.
No, I think the minute I notice that it's off, I'm gonna grab. I think I'll take out one of the pistols that I got from the armory that has the armor piercing, and I'll just have it at my side and start to proceed forward. I'm trying to head towards the security room where I know that Violet in.
Right. Yep.
I want to go down that hallway that leads to the, because I figure given the time, as soon as I see that X-scope go off,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm gonna also creep along.
Elias,
Regina,
Kenno.
Well, I suppose we shouldn't go ahead without everyone. So let's go group up with Slip and the others.
I keep forgetting Sato because we don't have a Sato cam. I'm very sorry, Sato. I did not mean to exclude you. You are very clearly there as well.
Don't worry about it. My brain melted. I was going to say something, and then my brain stopped working.
That's all right. Yeah. I mean, Marcelina, I think the rest of the coterie, minus Regina, would be very accustomed of her just like up and doing things and not saying anything. But you see that I've taken my gun out and I've started moving, so there's that.
I feel like just by any logic, I'm gonna follow Marcelina. If Marcelina's got the gun, I gotta know where she's going. Why do you have a gun? Why are you going down the hallway?
Just strolling along behind.
I have a question. Is there a bloody mess in the hallway from where a guard got ate up?
Nope.
No.
Every
Very
single
clean.
bit has been supped by Slip.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll, walk my way into the security room. Guys, I see the corpse of a guard, and I'm gonna do ashes to ashes on the guard to make their body go away.
I'm not going to give any dramatic consequences for that. I think that's going to be an automatic success.
Wonderful. But actually, I think before I do the ashes to ashes, I'm going to remove his clothing, take off all the gear, do ashes to ashes, get rid of the body, and I'm going to start. Marceline's going to start undressing and putting the outfit on.
How does that go?
Well, damn.
Please demonstrate.
Give her a second.
Half a
Yeah,
second
because that's
after
going to
mommy.
happen.
There will be no demonstration, but descriptions are always a thing.
So, Marcelina is built just extraordinarily muscular. She's so when she removes, you can see that she's got scars all over her body from combat, from whatever. She's got tattoo on her back that starts at the top and goes all the way down the back of her legs, and the tattoos are it's sort of like a collection of scenes that upon close inspection you'd be able to see are like mythology of death gods and battles that they've undergone all over her back. And then she actually has her chest is bound by sort of like ace bandage to make her flatter. And then she just starts putting on all of the garb as she's speaking to you, and is like, "So what's going on? What do we find?"
Here's
Do
a
you know
hot
Latin?
take.
Do you
Yeah,
know
right.
Latin?
Yeah, that. Yes.
One at a time.
Hold on.
Same question.
Latin. I
Yeah.
don't, but I imagine that probably one of the rest of our crew, who I'm thinking are probably like walking in right now.
I maybe walked in as Marcelina started to take her clothes off.
Probably.
Honestly, Kindred, don't give a fuck about nudity. It's not a thing. Who gives a shit?
No.
Yeah. So she will recommend probably using one of the others for Latin translations. I imagine our Tremere probably knows a thing or two when it comes to that academic shit.
I know a lot of the magic books I used to have, I think, some were in Latin. I could try.
Yes, please.
Right.
But what are we looking at as they translate? Like what the fuck is that?
Yeah. That's
You'll
what
be
we
so
need translation
disappointed if you
for.
get a translation for this, is all I'm going to say. Sato, intelligence and academics. Regina is there as well. Elias is there as well. Kenon is there as well.
I do not know Latin.
But actually, you don't get too close to the. Well,
does anybody have academics and could help me? I have a decent pool,
Yes.
but I want to make sure.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Got that one.
I don't know how deep Regina's is.
I'm not going too far into the room.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if like them walking in will make everything go haywire. So.
Yeah.
No. It's only if La Sombra themselves actually use the tech, and it's only for them.
Okay. Okay, understood. Okay.
Sato.
I
don't think
that's not enough to translate it, is it?
No, and there's no point in offering you a reroll because you're not going to get it.
Oh, even 4 wouldn't work.
No.
Oh my god. What if I re-rolled all 3 and tried to get it?
Yeah, that's possible if you'd like.
Crit fish. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm already gonna lose, why not? Fuck it.
Got nothing to lose, so you may as well win. Bold strategy.
As that's going on, now I
it's
have
worse.
oh God, okay. Well, this is what we're doing tonight. I do have a question, ST. So I know this is probably far-fetched. I have 2 dots in medicine. I don't know if that'll help, but I'm wondering if with that and just like Hakata knowledge, if I'm able to look at this thing and identify
I'll let
something
you
about
roll
it.
intelligence and occult.
I don't have dots in occult, sir. That's why I said
Man, I
medicine.
really wish I'd been smart enough to just try to identify the thing instead of trying to identify the Latin.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking dumbass.
Can I try to identify the thing?
Yeah.
I'm very curious about things.
Here's what we're going to do then. Sato, increase your hunger by 1 instead of having a bestial compulsion. Marcelina, intelligence and medicine. That's going to increase difficulty, those a bit.
Okay.
Regina, intelligence and academics. Or, because of your nature, I think you can do intelligence and occult as well.
That's why I asked, is because you said occult. Yep.
Can I assist with occult?
With
Yes.
really
our
powers
hate the answer
combined.
if you get it. I just want you to know that.
+1 modifier.
Am I allowed to assist too, or have I done my shit?
You can, you can try again. Absolutely, Sato, if you want. I'll let you do intelligence
I would like
and occult as
to
well.
help somehow.
I want to
Sato,
know
have a
what's
+1.
what's the.
Okay.
I'm just trying to identify the lump of weird flesh
Blubby lump.
situation.
Bam.
I'm going to re-roll.
It's not worth it. I just want you all to know that.
I know it's not worth it.
But it's a question, and it's a weird blob. Now we don't know.
WP reroll under the willpower tracker.
Yeah, because you can only roll 3 black dice. Up to 3
So I was
black
looking
dice.
for that.
Yeah, right underneath your willpower tracker.
Okay, so 3.
2. Yes, but that just brings you to 4.
I'll admit, Kenan's curiosity only goes so far as whether or not it looks like he can eat it.
Sorry, guys.
Marcelina, when you return, increase. Okay, someone remind me that when Marcelina returns, I'm not going to give her a bestial compulsion. She can just increase her hunger by 1 to 4.
Okay.
Which Elias, if he were here, he would be rubbing his hands together for.
Of course.
Marcelina, instead of a bestial compulsion, increase your hunger by 1, please, to 4.
Oh no.
Oh fuck, alright.
So we get a little hungrier, and you see Marcelina kind of rolls her head on her neck, and she'll look at Violet and put her thumb on the corner of Violet's mouth and swipe away and pull back blood, and she'll taste it.
Oh no.
Not say anything, just look at Violet.
Not fighting.
Technically, I
Not
should
fighting.
give
It
you
just smiles.
Technically, I should give you a hunger frenzy for that, but I think a drop of blood, and we don't want to get bogged down in the security room. I'm gonna skip that.
I think it's really it's just a moment for Marcelina and Violet to have and understand each other.
Yeah. We'll tell Elias the exciting news in just a moment.
Oh yes.
Marcelina is now at hunger 4, Elias.
Just wants to be eaten.
Lovely, I just got some tea.
Oh. So I'm assuming me and Regina got 4, but that's not enough to tell what the blob is it?
Nope.
Mystery blob.
However,
Don't know the Latin,
yes,
don't
look
know
at that. Let's take a moment to
that's gorgeous.
appreciate that hedgehog mug.
One this morning.
That's very
Bruh.
cute.
I'm immediately
Oh,
fine.
legit.
So,
Yeah, I guess my one question about the blob is, from Kenan's perspective, does it look edible?
Yes.
Okay. Curiosity is stated.
Right. So I imagine the screens are like flicking through, so we're able to see like the blob, the containment units, and then you said there were 6 guards?
You could see 6 guards.
Those are specifically Inquisitor Deltas.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about that slip?
Oh, you know, elite special ops badasses whose brains might be scrambled, but I don't know.
And they're guarding a door, yeah?
I think they're guarding the cell block.
Okay.
A lot of force for a blob.
Well, there's also some other specimen in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a couple other bodies in there, too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, I can throw the bombs. Like, there's still phosphorus, you know what I mean? So it's going to get a little dicey for us, but it would be quick getting rid of them. I'm not saying that that's the go-to option, just a option.
I would be more worried about that compromising cells, and then we've got to deal with
the blob.
Things that have to move through fire?
And the other dudes, yeah.
Okay, well, I have another option. The problem is I don't know what those things are. I don't know what those things are in the cells, right? They look like kind from here, but they could be anything. However, I can take out the guards with...
If you'd like, I could maybe find out some more information about the things in the cells, or the kind in the cells.
It's possible. As we're looking at this screen, can I see if they're wearing like head garb that covers their eyes?
The
guards.
Deltas?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
are they wearing full?
Oh yeah, they are full on, like something out of a fucking war movie / horror film.
Yeah.
They are the top biz.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
we're not getting anything in their brains.
Totally
Yeah.
tactical.
What are you doing?
Look, it's right here.
Okay. Sorry.
Regina.
Right. So. Go ahead.
Regina, wits and awareness, please.
Why?
Yeah, Regina. A plan forms in your head.
Huh.
You've had experience. And to you, one of the most sensible options is to not draw attention to yourselves. As far as anyone is concerned, given their garbled mind, you work here. You could just walk in and around freely, act the part. And in theory, as long as everyone behaves, Elias, you should be okay. Elias. Hi. Have you heard about enlightenment? Bless
Hey,
you.
Elias
They
left
did
his
have that.
pamphlets at home.
Yeah, they have that bet. They have that bet.
I have a pamphlet in my back pocket.
I think while Regina's like formulating that plan, Marcelina will just tell Elias that like the headband, their headgear is going to prevent him from using any of his special abilities on them.
I don't think we need anything. We got everything out of the scientists for free. I say if it ain't broke.
All right. So we just walk in?
It worked literally everywhere else in this building, so... I mean, we could always go to Plan B if need.
Okay. I mean, it's a good plan as any.
Would you like me to stay in the security room and sort of be ready to open doors, shut doors, lock things, unlock things?
It's not a bad idea. Gives us an advantage just in case.
Right.
All right,
Slip will
then.
sit down at the terminal.
I reach into the bag and I'm going to give Slip one of the guns. Just in case anyone surprises you. That shouldn't.
Oh, sure. Cool. Is it loaded?
Yes, it is.
Neat. And
I'm going to give him the quickest lesson on guns of like, safety off. Don't have your finger on the trigger until you are ready to shoot a thing.
All right.
Okay.
It's like, the most basic of handguns that I'm giving him. I'm not,
I'm picturing
gonna...
Slip like that scene from the IT Crowd when the new guy comes in and he finds a service revolver in the drawer and he just goes, "Oh, I wonder if it's loaded." Nope.
All right. Well, I figure worst case scenario, if you guys end up getting your cover blown, I can like stormtrooper whiff on you guys, and they'll think I'm cool. I don't know.
Uncle John will just kill them.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess you do have grenades. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm always in like weasel survival mode. It's a weird default setting. My apologies.
Killing them before they can kill you is survival.
So the grenades is the what?
I really like her. Look. Hopefully, should anything pop off, we'll take care of it before it could ever reach you. But just in case, you have something to protect yourself. That isn't automatically your vampiric abilities. So your cover won't be blown at the very least. I'm giving you a way to survive, Slip.
I appreciate it.
Marcelina then is gonna turn around and move on out.
Everyone except Slip going along to the containment cell? Containment area.
Yeah, Violet will follow, but pet Slip on the head as she goes.
As you make... Please.
Sato's gonna stay with Slip.
Okay.
Marcelina giggles at that and will proceed.
The rest of the coterie make their way through the containment area. Muffled footsteps, walking past pictures of serene Japanese countryside, mountain tops and the like, and make your way into the airlock-like room. You already know the scanner has been deactivated, and it simply goes through the motions, whirring about you, scanning you, but of course it comes up with absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. It peels back, revealing the way forward. Several guards stand silently to attention, clad in all black heavy armor and bearing Ganelli pistol-grip pump-action shotguns, held in a low pose over their chest, but ready to be brought to bear upon a target in a moment's notice. Among the busy, scurrying adapted pepper robots that wheel along the floor carrying clipboards filled with paper are 4 scientists. None of them appear to be native to the country, as they are heard talking in English, each one monitoring twisted exhibits trapped within their housing. Each of the containment units is made of thick glass sheeting, preventing the occupant from ever being unseen. Although one is within a metal cage behind the normal glass sheeting, the mound of flesh that channels an electrical arc as it expands, that quickly causes it to retract back. As the kindred step forward, one of the scientists takes notice of them and walks towards them with a friendly smile on his face. "How do you do? Welcome to Containment Facility Gamma. You must be the new personnel. We've been expecting you."
Are they wearing any sort of communication devices?
No.
Marcelina's standing behind the group and kind of just looking like security.
Yes, we are the new personnel. It's so wonderful to be at Containment Site Gamma.
Wonderful. We've been expecting you for quite some time.
Care to show us around to the specimens?
My pleasure. I would love to show you some of the species we're currently holding for experimentation. We'll start with the vivisection area. As you can see, we have facilities contained to guard 2 lycanthropes. And he'll take you to the cells. One is unoccupied and one merely has a man just resting, sat inside. He looks unwell, to say the least. Barely fed. No new clothes. And has just been neglected. They let out... Please, I'm sorry.
How well is he holding up in containment?
Well, it's alive. It seems to have some sort of automatic response that simulates pain and despair. It's almost convincing, but of course, we know it's just a show to help them integrate better within human society. You'll get used to it. Don't worry. Besides, when they're on the slab and you're cutting into pieces of them, it's not like they're going to respond. And of course, when the subjects expire, we move them to the floor below to experiment on the tissue and see the results of various equipment from practical sciences. We also have 3 blank bodies currently in-house. Would you like to see them?
Yes, please.
Come. As we understand it from interrogations, they belong to the anarchist movement. We've been unable to uncover evidence of blank body interference that other countries seem to suffer from. It's been interesting. We've come to the conclusion that there must only be very few here, but of course work must continue. Perhaps these 3 that we have are the only ones in the country. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Really quick, ST. Do I recognize them from when I had been to Skull's fighting pit, and I know a lot of the anarchists hung out there? Would I recognize them?
Nope.
Okay.
They've probably been here for quite some time.
Understood.
And as the
Perhaps.
Can they hear us?
No. Trust me, being able to hear them would not work out very well. We've devised a system so that they are unable to use their freaky deaky powers. We just write notes, put it up to the glass. Yes or no questions only. We don't want a repeat of what happened at Containment Facility Beta, do we?
No, not at all. They look so corpse-like.
Indeed. We've been making sure that they have just enough to survive, but not enough to power themselves beyond that.
It's a wonder how these creatures would ever be able to blend into society.
Well, normally they don't look like this. They could pass for almost anyone, you or I, and he'll look at Marcelina. Almost anyone.
Marcelina's in security gear, so there's not too much of her that could be seen.
Oh yeah, and he's looking at him, it's like, that's not how people normally dress, so, It's his attempt to not offend the person who is quite clearly armed and could break him like a twig.
Well done.
Are there any other specimens on this floor?
Well, there is one. Are you sure you want to see it? It's not something we usually reveal on day 1, but if you feel you are made of sterner stuff, then of course you can accompany us.
Yes, I have been told on many occasions I'm made of sterner stuff.
Wonderful, wonderful. Please, join. Prepare yourselves as well. I'm sure you have never seen anything like this before. Coterie are taken through the containment area, past the brow-beaten and seemingly broken occupants that don't even look up at you as you pass by. The scientist himself is focused on each prisoner, affording the coterie the ability to catch sight of a small lift on the other side of another airlock-like scanning device, a large red cross painted upon the metal doors just beyond it. The scientist comes to a stop outside the glass prison cell with the electrified cage inside. He stops and finally turns to face the coterie. We have what we have currently named as Anatide Anus. It was in quite a different form when it was brought in. We have managed to secure it and prevent it from forming into its original shape using high-voltage electricity and a regular injection from the lab to inhibit blank's shape-changing ability. I'm sorry, I forgot how to speak for a moment there. I'm so excited. When it came in, it was feral. Nothing more than a walking mass of teeth and blood. We are hoping to be able to teach it some things and use it in the field when an area is too dangerous for foot troopers to enter. Marvelous, isn't it?
What is it?
We think it's a form of blank body that has just lost it.
Some sort of fail mass of flesh?
Well, as I said, it didn't look like this when we brought it in. We've had to reduce its shape down to this. Its original shape was slightly different.
I see.
Which, of course, led to its name. I'm sure I don't need to inform scientists as yourselves of such high caliber what Anatide Anus means.
No, not at all. That's quite an appropriate name.
What would you like to do? You're muted, Violet. Oh, okay.
So I'm understanding this correctly. It's in a metal cage inside the room, and then there's voltage going through the cage?
It's got the same... I don't know what I'm doing with that. This is the internationally recognized symbol for glass containment facility. And inside of that is the metal cage that keeps the blob.
Right, and the cage
need
itself...
to do something with these fucking things.
The cage itself is what's electrified, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In our experiments, we discovered that glass was not a very efficient conductor.
I see. Okay.
Photographic evidence of what the shape it was before. It's quite fascinating.
We are not about to keep such records that could be easily stolen and circulated. I will tell you this, though. It had webbed feet.
Never.
Very strange creature. I've never seen anything like it outside of Norwich.
So is this duck the crown jewel of the containment center?
We hope for it to be so in some time. Of course, it needs to be properly restrained and shown exactly who is in charge. We're performing already established methods of containment upon it.
Do you think Do you think this creature will ever be ready for field work?
Well, honestly, who cares? If it becomes too disobedient, we'll just burn it. Like any of these, they're disposable. They are for study.
Of course, of course.
Don't get too attached to them. They have no real feelings. They are incapable of such.
Does it communicate?
What could it possibly have to tell us that we can't find from the anarchists over there, who are far more pliable?
Good point.
A warrior doesn't need to speak. It merely needs to flatten those we have put in front of it.
Marcelina's like in the background, like
Yeah, Kenun is also.
just like fair. Where the guards are,
Mhm.
in their body language, are they similar to the security guards that we've sort of seen already?
Yeah.
Sort of top side of this building, kind of brain scrambled situation.
Even without their body language, at this point, every single other guard you've encountered has been in this. There'd be no reason that these ones would be given any kind of free rein, given who is potentially in charge of this building.
And you said that there's a door with a red cross on it.
Just beyond another X-scope scanner.
I see. Which from here I can see is active?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Slip, of course, in the security room, probably watching the feeds, talking to his new dead best friend, and Sato.
No. Pile of ash. He's just in there with Sato.
Oh, shit, yeah. You're right. That would have been quite funny,
Talking
though.
to the new pile of dust, and
Yeah.
also Sato.
Yeah.
And just watching you all as you're in the containment area.
I think if that's the case, because Marcelina does have, like, very much in that security way, have a gun in hand or whatever, and is sort of, like, casually gonna sort of fish their arm out, kind of as if they're, like, almost like if they're stretching, and is actually, like, pointing towards that area where there is where there is that X-scope, as, like, hope they fucking figure it out, and then, just kind of sort of peep in, like, hey, maybe you should fucking shut that thing off. As we, are in here listening to.
I'm able to turn that off.
Intelligence and tech for me, please.
All right. I'm gonna blood surge this. Perfect. $13. I'd like to turn the building off and win.
I'm astounded. How could anyone ever say that is anything but a perfect success? Not only are you able to deactivate the X scanner, but you are able to also send out a message into several of the guards' earpieces. They immediately respond and march out, leaving you with only 3 remaining guards. Or are there 4? No, there's 3.
So they did have communication.
The guards did. The scientists didn't.
The guards did. Marcelina, as she sees that, is like just continuing to nod sagely. And so now there's how many remaining? Is it just the scientists now?
3 guards, 4 scientists.
I mean, at this point, Marcelina's just waiting for the thumbs up, Yeah. Where, position-wise, where are these 3 guards? Are they just in the room, or where are they?
The ones that are remaining, 2 of them are fairly close to the scanner. That's now deactivated, of course. And the one remaining one is by the way you came in.
Ah, okay. Okay. This is all so fascinating. Is there anything else that we can see? Perhaps maybe what's in that through that door there? She kind of just gestures to the fourth
I've
floor.
never seen that before. And he'll be turning to look at it,
Oh,
and then
no.
turn to look back at you, and then he'll say, "What door?"
Oh, that's my bad. You know, I really should get my eyes checked. It's been some time. Sometimes I see some things, mostly from battle.
You know, that's
PTSD,
worrying for
all
a
that.
security guard.
It is concerning. It's not too bad, doesn't happen too often, but every once in a while I think there's an extra door in a space.
Oh, that's pretty harmless.
Yeah. But, you know, we've been you've been to war a few times. It's always a desire for there to be escape route should things go off, you know? So that's all that it is.
Understandable. I believe the security are able to make use of the emergency elevator.
Well, that's
I'm
good
sure
to
you'll
know.
be briefed in time.
Yeah, you know what? It was interesting. I thought I'd be brief soon as I walked in, but they really just said, take a look at the place first, and then we'll have at it. So here we are.
Standard security procedure, you see. When we take on new personnel, not everyone has the fortitude to be able to do the work. So naturally, of course, we need to be able to rely on whoever we employ. Should, of course, they fail, which many do, measures need to be taken to ensure their silence is assured.
Of course. Oh, you're doing good work, Doctor. Does he also look brain scrambled? Like,
Oh, I mean,
just
just from
focused on?
what's going on with that door, there's something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably been given a bit more autonomy due to the nature of his work, but something ain't right. I mean, this guy has got 5 o'clock shadow at 10 o'clock in the morning kind of look.
So he's been here like this for a minute and not allowed to leave.
Yeah.
I imagine it's sort of the same with the other scientists that are in the
and
room.
you'll see like heavy bags under their eyes.
Okay. Right. Well, scientists, she's speaking to the coterie. If
And I'm
that's
standing
all,
there like, yes, I am definitely a scientist.
if that's all in here, unless that you have any more questions.
No, I think I'm fine, thank you.
Are any of these blank bodies showing symptoms of anything, perhaps?
You can do wits and awareness, intelligence and occult, or intelligence and medicine.
So if I want to... Okay, I'll do wits and awareness. I would also ask that out loud to the scientists.
The scientist will just sort of tilt his head and say, "They all kind of look unwell, don't they? Just means we're doing our job." And with that many successes, you'll notice that one of them does seem to be slightly worse for wear. Like half of his teeth on one side gone. Not in a meth addict way, in a far more disturbing way of, these things just fell out. There are still visible holes that have not healed. These things, even if it happened to a kindred, the hole should have healed over. Something he's not right. He's not right. There's something not right.
Something ain't right there, love.
Well, if the scientist doesn't know.
He's a couple of cows short of a herd, he is.
Oh,
He
crikey.
probably doesn't care to know, right? Is the better thing, is that even if he noticed it, he probably wouldn't, he'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty damn good assumption.
Right. Well then, I think off to the next base then, shall we? Thank you, Doctor, for the tour. Much
You're most
appreciated.
welcome, security guard.
Yes, Doctor. Thank you for the tour. You've been most helpful.
You're welcome, Doctor. Doctor.
Yes.
Who?
Doctor Who. Yes,
that was my question. Doctor Who?
No.
Precisely.
Who? H-U. Who? That's his name.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Right. Happens every time.
If it makes you feel better, we've got a Dr. When. All we need is a how, and then we'd have how, when, and who.
Precisely.
Complete the set. And with that, Marcelina's going to start moving towards where that other X-scope is, and
as you approach the
over.
X-scope, 3 security guards immediately advance on you. Before you are able to enter into it, they cock their shotguns and they are pointed at you, and just one of them is.
I see. No harm, no foul. And she'll turn around and she just looks at the coterie and then keeps walking away. We can't go in there right now.
The moment you just take one step away, guns are immediately lowered and they return to their original positions like statues.
I think Marcelina will actually walk out of this sort of this containment section till we are essentially back in a space in which we can talk, probably going back to the security room.
I mean, the corridor is empty as well, just outside.
You
don't
that's
even
right.
need to go that far. But if you want to go back to the security room and then talk with Sato and Slip,
I think it's just good for us all to kind of reconvene all together. So that's where we'll go. However, there was evidence, right, in the hallway before the security room of something, like whether it be a battle or some sort of thing happened, right? Because you mentioned there was scratch marks on the walls, bloody stuff, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that, instead of a painted neat line, who or whatever did this just dragged someone or decapitated, severed a finger and just dragged it along in a sort of mocking of the painted lines.
Understood. So, okay, and if I understand correctly, that leads to just a different hallway, different area, right?
Into the containment cell.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
And she said I did a really nice description before we went live, and I fucked that up, didn't I?
do. No, you didn't. We just have had a lot of stuff that has gone on since, so I need to sort of reorient. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go back into the security room to reconvene with our fellows, and say, right. So, X-scope is off there, but the 3 guards that remain are under an influence to keep us out. And the doctors themselves that are in there, the scientists, can't see the door, as we've experienced with other folk in this building.
Well, I managed to spoof a small security alert regarding one sloth to clear out about half of them.
Yeah.
I could try to spoof the others as well. But
I mean, yeah. I can use my ability to get rid of living things. That is a possibility. Though it does also affect buildings and metal and things like that. So I don't. It's not without risk. You know.
Does it affect plastic and glass?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
Oh. Wouldn't everything decay at a different rate?
Shiv.
Hello.
While they were in there, is there in the security office like a purge function for the cells?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a cell release function?
Yes.
Does the purge of the containment expand outside of the cells?
No.
Okay. Slip will also share these bits of information with the coterie. I can open the cell doors. I can purge the interior of the cells.
So, Brad, fair to say that we've got one lupine, right? Or is it two? One lupine?
I thought.
Sorry, two lupine. Two lupine. 3 of us. And then I am almost positive that's a Samitsi in there.
Yes, I think your assumption is correct.
So, here's the unfortunate thing based off what that scientist said. It was the Samitsi itself was in a state when they found it.
Right.
That is probably the one cell we don't want to open as of right now.
Okay.
The others, though, or
we let it feed, and then it could assist, especially since the prince in this area is a Samiti.
Here's the problem, though: is it conscious enough for us to reason with it long enough to say, "Hey, we're on your side"? Because there is a point
We
when
hide in
sort of lose our shit.
hide in here while it eats.
Hold on for a moment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Slip, hadn't you said a while ago that the prince isn't who they should be, or was that someone else?
That is the Ventru Primogen.
Oh, yes.
Sussy Baka at the prince side.
Oh, that's right.
My apologies. Here I thought maybe the Sesmisi prince got replaced with another Sesmisi.
No, it's a certainly a reasonable line there. I mean, we bolt the door in here and we let them loose. Have at it. There's plenty of bodies. I'm sure those lot are starving.
We could always,
maybe. My other concern would be when the lupines are done killing everything else, that door's not going to keep them out of here.
Well, there's a whole building.
It's just one weak lupine, right?
2, but also once they've sort of gathered themselves, they're not necessarily. They may just desire to get out. You know what I mean?
Just start opening doors for them.
Yes, just start opening doors and they'll let them go. We keep ourselves in here.
Path of least resistance.
Exactly.
If we can speak with them, we may be able to reason with them that even though they hate us more instead, we freed them.
It's true, but it's the fact that that's too many variables, and we are nothing compared to the lupine. To just be honest.
Sato,
I would be willing to let Elias try on his own.
Sato, wits and awareness, please.
Okay.
It's not a difficult roll.
Well, that's fair.
Perfect.
One of them. Oh, real quick, did Regina share that one of the kindred, the three kindred, missing teeth? No? Okay, that's fine. Cool.
But you did hear me ask the scientist or the doctor or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Sato,
Well, there's an
as they're
option.
talking about these two lupine, you're very confused, because you can only see one.
What the fuck does that mean?
I can only see one. Am I like when I look through these cells? Is there an empty cell?
Yeah.
Sato is like listening to everyone talk, kind of stops, looks at the screen, looks back up, looks back at the screen, goes, "There's only one lupine." What do you mean there's two?
There. It's right there, see?
It's right there.
Right
What?
there.
That cell's
It's right there.
empty.
Yep. You will,
No.
as you're
No.
looking at the monitor, you see an empty cell. The scientist said
it
that there
can't
were
show up on
two,
camera.
and when it was passed through, you only saw one lupine. But he said there were two, even though you only saw one. There is, as far as you can tell, one.
One lupine.
Is that something we've ever heard of?
One giant killing monster!
Can we do a
Can-
cult on that?
Pardon, sorry?
Can we do a cult on that?
You don't need to. It's lupine don't go invisible. As
Can
far as
Slip look through the security terminal for talk about Among Us door logs or asset transferal paperwork?
Intelligence and tech, young man. You're all asking the right questions. I love it.
5.
Slip, you are able to find out that there are indeed two lycanthropes within the facility. One of them was checked out by management at some point in the not too distant past. Reasons unknown.
Well, the management checked out the other lycanthrope.
There is a curious mess out in the hallway. Someone lost a finger. Left a little trail. I've heard stories about Tremere being able to identify blood and such. Is that something that you can do, Sato?
Yes, actually, I can. I just need to go get some of it.
Right. I'll go with you. And yeah.
Guess yeah, Sato will. Fuck yeah! I guess I'm getting.
You're gonna lick the wall, aren't
I'm
you?
using. About to lick this wall. I'm using. This is Blood Walk, isn't it?
Taste for blood.
Oh, it's Taste for Blood. That's right.
Blood Walk's a ritual.
Which is right. I'm actually just using Taste for Blood.
Show me Taste for blood,
does
please. Sorry, Regina.
I was just gonna say, does it taste like schnozberries?
Snozberries taste like snozberries.
So I guess yeah, we're gonna walk with Marcelina, and Sato's gonna find the wall, sigh, and just lick the fucking wall.
You could have done that with your finger, but all right.
It's very dry blood.
Shut up.
Oh, it's dried. All right. Well, fair.
Yep. Do Taste for blood for me, please. As far as you can tell, this blood is of kinfolk.
So you see Sato, he's like licked it, he's thinking to himself, like kind of letting it settle. He kind of just looks up surprised and goes, It's kindred.
No, I didn't say
No,
that. I said
kinfolk are.
kinfolk.
Oh, kin.
So kinfolk are.
Technically, I shouldn't have given you that because you need a crit for that. But I feel you
So-
must.
So kinfolk, as far as I understand it, there are technically lupine, but like not quite. Isn't that correct?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Shiv, but lupine are kinfolk, but kinfolk aren't necessarily lupine.
Right. So
Oh.
they essentially have the gene, but they're not.
But that doesn't necessarily mean your characters know that.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
Elias, he has 2 occults, so unless you want me to roll for not know.
The Shiv, the Hengi yokai, aren't those lupines?
Yeah, more or less.
Would my specialty in knowing about them allow me to kind of figure this out?
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for that, actually. I think, yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair that you would know that. I mean, because the only way you can identify the creature is if you know what the creature is in the first place. So, yeah.
Right.
I think
And
the roll
I
would be
have that
superfluous.
specialty, so I understand that. So I know that this is this a Hengi yokai?
I'm not going to give that to you. You can do a roll for
So
that if you want to go that far
here's
into
what
it.
I want to just real quick, right? As Sato is sort of explaining that this is essentially kinfolk. Now, again, I have medicine and just kind of like general family knowledge of things, right? Maybe we can sort of work it out together that it is technically lupine, but someone who like someone who has the gene, but not necessarily someone who's fully turned and thinking, okay, if there was 2 of them captured, 1 taken, but able to be injured. And this new management, right? I'm like having this conversation with Sato. This new management, they're able to compel. I don't even know what the dominant or dominate ability would be exactly, but able to do sort of this en masse dominate on the entire fucking building and able to affect a kinfolk.
Regina.
Is it safe?
Intelligence and awareness, please. This is an inner thought roll. You do not have to share this information if you are successful.
Oh, they're so successful.
I actually wanted to know the roll to figure out if this is Hengi yokai. Is that occult and intelligence with my specialty?
Yes. And I'm gonna fudge the rules once more because I fucking can, and give you a +1 from Marcelina helping, even though she doesn't have dots in occult. But I feel the case that Marcelina just put there for me.
Right.
I can't disagree with that. So have a +1 just on that. Regina, I don't want to nerf you too much because I know what's coming. So you're going to take a superficial willpower damage for the messy. And as you're hearing their conversation, with your experience, it's clicking in your head. Black spiral dancers. Do you need out of character information for that, or are you good?
Yes.
Some bullshit. No, this is fuck that. That's some bullshit.
Would you like to?
God damn it.
Fuck it, I'm going to give that to you,
bullshit.
Sato. I'm going to give that to you, Sato, because there was a really good case there by Marcelina, and there was some nice RP, so I'm going to give that. And it tasted like this is Hengi yokai, but not in war form.
Right. This was a Hengi yokai and people type thing.
Yeah.
Well, I can at least tell you it was Hengi yokai. But obviously not in bigger form.
So the one now here's a thing, right? The
Kinda
other
gross.
one, the other one,
If they caught it around here, there's a shot that it also is.
Oh, yeah. Any thing like Garu is Hengi Yokai if it's in Japan.
Okay.
So the question is, does the one in the cell have a war form? Or
I would need to taste that one's blood.
Henon, just to give you a prompt, the Gaki enjoy slightly warmer relations with Hengi Yokai than traditional kindred lupine, because at your core, even though you are rivals, the way that Gaki society and Hengi Yokai society look at things, you're all part of the same cycle at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I have several questions, comments, and concerns. Now, from my understanding of lupine is that they are packed people. They keep together close. That the one that seems to have been, who knows what else happened to it, but lost a finger, could be important to the one that's in the cell. Could be useful.
I suppose. If you think you can get it to listen long enough to try to use it.
Ugh, I don't know how possible that is, especially with
If
how long
it
it's been
has,
there.
with how long it's been in there, and if it does have a war form, there's no way.
Yeah.
We don't need to let anything out. How fast do y'all want to get through this room, and how bad do you want to get through it fast?
I mean, the idea is to get rid of this. The idea is that's why we're really here, right?
Yes.
Get information, get rid of everything, and get the fuck out.
Yes, it would certainly be advantageous for this facility to no longer exist.
On top of which, clearly there's kindred involvement.
That's all you had to say. I'm going back to the science lab room, containment room.
I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna give some distance, but I'm gonna follow. I want to see. But yeah, so I'll take a walk with Miss Regina.
Slip. Would he have overheard that pretty obvious like shit's about to pop off?
Yeah, as long as everyone else is okay with it.
Can he preemptively try to shut down security communication?
Oh, intelligence and tech. It'd be a bit difficult, but yeah.
We're blood surging this.
You also have Violet there.
Mommy, help.
Mother, help me.
Okay,
Mother, please.
Duh.
8, that's great.
Whoa!
Damn!
Glad you're using all these crits now.
No dice.
So,
I know.
Slip, not only do you deactivate the security comms, but you're able to send out a withdraw message. The guards obediently and immediately, upon receiving this final message, leave the containment cell and march in single file into the personnel room, leaving the entire containment cell unguarded.
Oh, oops.
And at this
In
point,
character, that's great. Out of character, I'm sorry.
Why not try and just walk through?
I'm sorry, Regina.
We're gonna take a break.
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
see the remainder of the security guards pass by them in single file, marching. The rest of the coterie are inside of a security cell, apart from Violet, who has disappeared into the night. Regina and Marcelina, what are you two doing?
I think in seeing that, Marcelina will just put a hand to the earpiece that she has and say to Slip, thank you, we're going to press on. You guys follow when you're ready. And we'll continue forward.
Tell him to lock them in wherever they go.
I don't know if you heard that, but lock them in the personnel room.
Am I able to do that?
I'll let you do that for free. That's not going to be a complicated thing.
He will happily comply with that request.
I imagine we hear the the door locking on itself. And into the lab we go.
Anyone accompanying Marcelina and Regina on their trek?
I think Elias would want to stick with them and to provide either more support or if he needs to help them in some other way.
Sato is gonna follow because Sato is hungry and would like to eat.
I guess Kenun's along for the ride.
Flip?
Okay.
Staying safe and secure in a security room, or going with them?
Yeah, you never know. You never know when they're going to need a door opened or shut or...
All right.
Well, if this goes up, there could be another security room.
I like her too.
Yeah, she's fucking great. I will relay that to Slip. Like, hey, you stay in there for a moment, but this next level is probably going to have a security room as well, and that's where we'll need you.
Sounds good to me. Let me know.
All right, then. With that, Marcelina will actually take up the position that those guards were formerly at and stand where that expo sort of area is in the lab, and just kind of be like, patted to Regina and
four
whomever
scientists still just idly walking by, completely unaware of the danger that they actually are in.
Do they look at us at all?
Nothing that raises suspicions or anything like that, just, as they walk by casually,
I'm gonna pretend to choke a little bit and see if they react. See what we can get away with here.
Yeah, the one who was giving you the toy, he's going to come rushing over and like, are you okay?
Oh yeah, just choked on my own spit, It happens.
Got to be more careful. Would you like a drink or anything?
No, I'm fine, thank you. I think I got it now.
Okay.
Thank
Let
you.
me know if you need anything. I know first aid jitters.
Very kind of you to offer.
Wander around and go back.
Marcelina just raises eyebrows and kind of is holding her gun, just watching the group.
I guess let's just go through the door.
All right,
go
then.
open it.
What are you doing, Sato?
I thought we were gonna eat the scientist.
We can.
Yeah,
but
I'd rather
they
not be starving.
It's gonna have to be like in unison.
Yeah, you don't have to time this.
No,
that's true.
We could just wait for the group, and then
most of us are here.
Slip, we're gonna go on up. If the folks want to have a little bite to eat, so you might as well come on this way.
Cut the cameras, please.
Shiv, I will use my session use of suppress the hunger.
Cut the cameras, dead ass.
Yeah, sure. I could shut the cameras off.
Would you like to do this the finesse way with a roll, or just not and no roll?
Ness, he's not a chimp.
Okay.
The
Intelligence and
next
tech,
way
please.
for sure.
Sure.
He's not a fucking chimp.
Percussive maintenance here.
Can I get a...
Beat the shit out of it.
I had made a specialized program for this. Would that give me a bonus, perhaps? The little flash drive?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a +1, maybe?
Yeah. I think +1
Thank you,
seems
sir.
appropriate.
Thank you.
That's absolutely a success. You're able to deactivate security cameras watching the containment cell, and you see on the monitors that there is nothing but a black screen.
All right then.
It's all taken care of. On my way.
I shoot Regina a wink. Let her know it's time.
This is complicated for me because my predator type is alley cat, right? So
Blitz attack is absolutely a-okay for an alley cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine involves
Also-
injections, so.
Yeah, also the others are like focused on their own, how they do that, so they won't be really watching.
I mean, a successful roll means that you were successful in absolutely every single way.
We just need to make sure that if Sato goes after one, Regina goes after one, the other two need to be grabbed by someone else, even if they're not eating.
I'm taking the one that was nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Kenun's
He
with
was
us,
2 days
so
away from retirement.
He was 2 days away from retirement 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
Kenan's here. He's not terribly hungry at the moment, but like you know him.
Right. Sato is gonna find whoever is like the farthest away from the others. Like someone who might be a little bit more alone.
Yeah. No problem. Everyone that is doing something like that, feeding roll, please.
Marcelino
Sure,
watches with quiet delight.
You said feeding roll?
Predator roll, sorry. Feeding roll, predator roll.
While this is going
for
on,
you, Regina, it's strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl. Okay, gross.
Elias, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
yeah, you're fine. While this is going on, Elias would have taken one of the scientists and kind of led him to kind of like a far corner of the room, just talking and asking questions about the individuals in containment.
Yeah.
I don't think. Is there scientists left? Because I know Kenun's taken one.
He doesn't need to.
There's
He's
four
just
of
vibing
them.
here.
Oh, okay. I
whatever
thought there were more scientists than there were people feeding, so I was going to distract.
No,
But that's
you are welcome to Elias. Kenun's just vibing. He's if he weren't otherwise taken, Kenun honestly would have tried to just knock the guy out. He's not particularly hungry at the moment. There's no need to murder at the moment.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm not going to eat. I'm just distracted.
Oh yeah, no, like I don't. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
hang on. We got 2 scientists being fed on. One that's being distracted by Elias, and that does leave one remaining.
Okay.
Oh, I thought there were 3. Okay.
No,
Well, there you go.
Yeah, then I can try to knock him out.
Okay. Regina, would you like success at cost?
Sure. Everybody else is doing it.
And you will extend your 4 fangs, violently throw the man to the wall, give him a look of almost contempt, and sink your fangs straight into his shoulder, and drain every single drop from the man. You may slake 5 hunger, but you will take 1 humanity stain. There is a reason that Regina only gets 1. Sato, your new, pristine fangs of technological nature extend out. You have prepared a cartridge filled with, as Daisy would say, the good stuff. Pierce the man's flesh, injecting him, and then able to sup. You may slake up to 2 hunger, but you can take a 3rd and a humanity stain if you so wish. Or drain him.
I will. I will be perfectly okay with taking the 2. And then just
Man.
dropping the man to the ground.
He will be letting out a very dazed, but also pleasurable sigh, not just from the chemicals injected into his body, but because the kiss itself is pleasurable, of course, to mortals, apart from those that Marcelina feeds on. Not that she ever does.
No.
Elias is having a nice conversation with one of the scientists. And Kenun, you want to knock a bitch out.
Yeah.
Strength and brawl. This will count as a
Aye,
cool
aye.
shot.
Called shot means
Means it increases, in essence, it increases the difficulty by 2.
Okie doke.
Do you want to reroll?
If it ain't meant to be, the guy dies. Like, whatever.
Okay. Kenun, focusing his power, hits the man on the back of the head and badly misjudges how much power he was meant to have used, and ends up plunging his fist straight through the man's skull, collapsing it, and ends up with pieces of viscera, skull, and brain on his knuckles. Problem dealt with, however. You will also take 2 humanity stains.
Yeah, and I might as well nom dispose of the body, you know.
I'll let you do that for free, and you can stake your hunger down to 0. As your face splits into 4 and turns into a giant maw, and you begin to quench your thirst and hunger upon the man.
Slimy. Yes,
Marcelina just nods. But then she's actually going to go around, also use ashes to ashes to get rid of these bodies.
Yep. There is one man that is still alive. But he has been chemically knocked out by Sato's.
Yeah, the drug. Yeah.
And the guy talking to Elias, right?
And the guy talking to Elias.
I think that, like, so long as they're properly, I mean, the one isn't probably literally knocked out, but the other one, as long as that one's like distracted, she'll just take care of the ones that are dead to get rid of the body.
No problem.
Slip is going to kind of linger over towards the guy. Well, he's going to gesture to Elias and the man he's distracting, and then kind of point at Marcelina, and then like kind of roll his sleeve up, like, "Oh."
Yes. Oh, Marcelina is gonna nod her head because she's at poor hunger. So yeah. Yeah. She's gonna nod her head, but then she is gonna turn around because she knows that if she stares at him and he opens himself up, we're in trouble. So, so she'll sort of turn around to allow him to do what he needs to, so she can eventually feed.
He'll bite his wrist and attempt to feed Marcelina.
Rouse check for me, please. First of all, Slip.
Rouse check, sure.
Because you have no kindred, don't have any blood flow whatsoever. If you want your blood in a particular place, because it presses your stomach, you've got to rouse it to move.
Absolutely.
It was a success.
Lovely. And I think it's resolve and composure to allow Marcelina to feed directly from you.
Oh, she didn't have to bite me. Is that the same?
I think that's the whole thing. Is he bites himself, so I don't have to bite him and cause the response that happens with Hakata's bite.
That's good enough. Screw it. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Thank you,
yeah. Thank you.
You
I'm
won't
going
be saying
to.
that soon, so don't worry.
I'm going to take 2. Because he can feed on the guy that Elias is talking to right now.
I was going to say, take 3 because I'm at 0, and if I take 2 from the guy he's being distracted, then we're both at 1.
Okay, word. That's what I'll do then. So yeah, Marcelina will go over and. Yeah, she'll do that real quick.
Slip will slide up behind this man talking to Elias, whose expression and interest in the conversation will probably shift dramatically.
When I see Slip sneaking on up, I'll just avert my gaze and start walking away.
How do you do? You look very unwell.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Are you?
Yeah,
You don't look it.
I'm feeling a little under the weather. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it shows. It shows.
So, does this specimen over here have a name in particular? He's gonna point, just kind of like off, like Lenny. Look at the rabbits, please.
Yeah, he's really enthusiastic to talk about his work, so he'll just sort of slightly wander forward. The anarchists, and he's at this point he's sort of got his back to you.
Oh yeah, he says anarchist and it's over.
Yeah. Predator roll for me, please.
Sure. Okay, zero hunger. I understand. Fuck me.
You can try and roll away the messy if you really want.
Oh God.
Yeah, I would try to roll it away.
You can re-roll the 4 and the 0.
No, I'm just re-rolling the 0.
Well, no, if you're going to do a re-roll, you may as well re-roll the 4.
But then I've got double the chance of getting a 10, Elias.
Oh, that's true.
I just want to stop the 10.
That's fair. I didn't think.
Just want to live. Okay.
It's 2 successes in total. Would you like success at cost?
It should be 3 successes.
No, it'd be 3.
Is it 3?
0, 7, and 7.
Oh shit! Yeah, because I'm discounting the so that's 3. Then that's absolutely fine. You'll be able to take 2 hunger, or you can take 3 and 1 humanity stain.
No, please. 2's fine. No, 2's fine.
And the man will sort of gently fall back, a la Lois Lane in Superman 2, completely in pleasure from this bite, and sinks to the ground, leaving the elevator completely unguarded and a containment cell with no guards whatsoever. What would you all like to do?
Once we're all set, we'd be going up to the next place.
Yep.
Should we put these 2 individuals in containment cells?
There is an empty one. But I don't know if it matters.
Sure, fuck it.
I'm all for it.
Slip will take their badges and just yeet them both in the fucking cell and shut it.
Yep. No problem.
Perfect. Off we go then. Yeah.
Kindred enter into the elevator. Only 2 buttons are available on the panel inside. One indicates down and the other up. Only choice remains to the Kindred, and Regina, not wanting to waste any time, hits the button. Hits the button again. And before she goes for a 3rd time, Marcelina presses the button and the lift doors close, and they feel the elevator jump into life. As the elevator is making its way up, is there anything you would like to talk about?
Marcelina doesn't say anything. She doesn't want to. Yeah.
Looking at my hands.
Yeah. Marcelina doesn't say nothing. She's just like, it's all right, I got it.
I wonder if you got like one of those grandma reachers, if you could use it like a poke stick.
That's an idea.
Like a back scratcher. I don't know. This is wild. I've never seen this before.
I've
seen it.
Is it bad?
Yikes. Well,
Is it bad that I can still taste that dried blood on my tongue?
I watched you lick the wall. What is your problem?
Look, alright, it was the easiest way of getting it into my system.
Oh, okay. That's fair, I guess. I can't
Blood
complain.
magic isn't clean or fun.
Kanu's just
True.
dabbing at his own mouth, cleaning the blood off his face.
So
Hey,
I have
Sato.
a question for
Oh?
the ST real quick. I know that like food and drink don't do shite for Kindred, right? And we can't really consume. However, does Listerine or like a mouthwash still work? Like because you spit it out, you don't swallow it. Marcelina will go into her pocket and pull out a very small mouthwash and just give it to.
I mean, we
Sato.
let Slip brush his teeth, so yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
brushes his teeth like every time he feeds on like rats and stuff.
Sato takes it and goes, okay, actually, this is the nicest thing I think you've ever given me.
I'll take
Immediately
it
start.
back.
Like he immediately.
Why would you say some
uses
shit
that.
like that?
I'll fucking take it back if you
I
like.
thought that would be a compliment.
Oh, Sato.
Yes.
I when we get out of here, which is going to happen, I was thinking of getting you like a gift. Would you be okay with that?
You are asking if you can get me a present?
Can you just consent or not? Like, you're not gonna make it a thing. Yeah, just consent to the fucking gift. Jesus.
Marcelina
Oh my
immediately
God,
narrows her eyes at Slip.
Slip. Sure. Of course you can
Alright.
get me a damn gift.
Alright, cool, thanks.
Shakes her head at him because she knows exactly where this gift came from. You
And Slip,
little shit.
What
in your head, you will hear, consent has been given. The gift can be delivered.
You dumb cunt.
He glances around. He's not sure what happens next. He's like, alright, cool. Wait, does she say that in character, like out loud?
Just in the background. You dumb cunt.
I think that would get a laugh from Kenun.
You don't have to. You can edit
Not
all
full
the
on
time.
cackle. Not like me, but he would laugh.
The only way I can express it is that Sato comes around and makes a noise almost the same way that Slip makes a what? Like almost replicating it. Like, what did you just say?
And Slip.
Alright,
To keep it something of a surprise for everyone, the instructions that we discussed out of game will be given to you.
Yeah. And, yeah, he looks a lot less, engageable. He just kind of, like, gets quiet.
Which is
I
why
think the
Marcelina
final
called it
words
that.
we can say, share would be, and he must never know why you did it.
Kind of look at Marcelina, nod his head, like, yeah. Yep.
Just this desire to throttle him. Sting him with his own beast. Like, you dumb piece of shit. But yeah, so Marcelina, she does say that and then sees what happens. They exchange a look and she just shakes her head.
What?
And I think she fucking, does the click to her gun that, and will.
Yeah, me first. Just shoot me.
I feel... What happened?
What? Your breath
Nothing.
stinks. Finish.
The elevator gently comes to a halt. Oh, sorry, Elias. Go on.
Oh, I didn't say anything. It just
Oh,
Slip's
no.
like, your breath stinks? Wow, that's rude.
Sato angrily quickly does mouthwash.
The elevator gently comes to a halt, and the doors open to a long corridor lined with statues of samurai on one side. On the other is a single statue, defaced and partially smashed. From the remains, it seems as though it was once a depiction of the Buddha. At the end of the long corridor is a set of grand, solid wooden doors, their polished finish reflecting the dim lights from above. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kick on my heightened senses for hearing. Can I hear movement of any kind?
You can hear, faintly, a distant heartbeat and breathing. but only from one person.
Okay. Okay. There's one with a heartbeat, she says very softly as they step out. Can anyone else perhaps see in a way that I can't?
Yeah,
Quick
this seems like a
question.
good moment to activate Chi Sight.
I was gonna
Do
say, I
you
figured you
s-
were gonna tell us if unseen, since unseen.
Correct?
Can you, like, smell dog?
I can certainly try, but I don't think so. Lupine, you'd know.
Okay, ooh.
This could be the
Yeah, I'd like to
kinfolk,
activate Chi Sight and do a vibe check.
or it could just be a kind. It could be one of us doing our special thing to seem alive.
I think with
The
Chi
problem is
Sight,
it's only one.
the most you'll get from Chi Sight is that through these doors is something. Some kind of energy.
Okie
But
doke.
because Chi Sight isn't X-ray vision, fuck knows what it is.
So, here's the problem. I'd expect there would be a lot more people up here. Right? And I only hear one heartbeat. Doesn't mean that there's only one person here. I just only hear one heartbeat.
Right.
Marcelina will take out another gun, so now she's got double pistols here, just at the ready. They both have armor piercing.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. You picked up
Yeah,
enough
these.
ammo to say, however many you want.
Yeah. So these two particular guns have armor piercing. She does have a few that have the breaching stuff, but these in particular have armor piercing.
How many doors are in this room with us?
Just the elevator you came in at the very end of this long corridor. Again, universal symbol for long corridor is a pair of large wooden double doors.
Is there any sort of way that I could look under the door? Is there a keyhole that I could look through?
There fucking is now, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to sneak up to the door and try and just like look through any sort of little crack or anything I can find.
Yeah, as Regina's doing that, Marcelina will raise her guns just in case, so that we're ready.
You'll see 5 figures sat at a very long table that dominates the room. It seems as though the one at the head of the table is holding on to something that is out of vision. You personally recognize these figures.
Are there any shadows in the room?
Yes.
Certainly is.
I would like to use shadow perspective to see into the room and see more clearly what the head of the table is holding.
Browse check for shadow perspective.
That's okay.
It's hungry anyway.
This is why.
You see large table, many seats surrounding it, but only 5 occupied. You see the man at the head is holding on to a leash. Upon the end of the leash is a man forced on all fours, a finger missing from one of his hands.
I will sneak back away and inform the rest.
Well, we know where our kinfolk is being kept.
Fucking. That's a goddamn Oh, it's a pet. What the fuck?
They might be. I guess I'll just say it so everyone's prepared. Do y'all know what the spiral dancers are?
What
like
would
a
I
Barnum
roll
and
to
Bailey
maybe
thing?
figure that out?
Sato. Intelligence or wits and occult, you can apply your specialty in lupine.
Oh, okay.
I
Intelligence.
don't know what. I don't think that the family would have.
I can try and explain it a little bit if it'll help anybody's rolls.
Yeah, I want to know. Would I know things? I don't know.
I mean, I want to know, but I just don't know that, like, Marcelina wouldn't inherently know.
Sato knows. Sato
Well,
knows, just enough about the Black Spiral Dancers. They are a lupine pack that have been known that outliers will sometimes work alongside the Sabbat, but generally the relations break down very quickly.
I will openly relay that.
Well, we knew Sabbat were here. That wasn't a secret. They just have a lupine on their side currently, which does not bode well for us. And,
it's on a leash.
Thank God Violet's gone. God forbid.
How many were there again?
5. And the one on the leash. So 6.
I imagine they're expecting us, to be honest, if they're all just sitting around like that.
Hey. Marcelina.
Yes.
You want to just throw a grenade over there? Open this bitch up and just.
Now here's the thing. So I'm gonna look real quick. I'm just do quick measurement here. How long is this hallway?
Hallway is probably about 20 feet. Which would be about 40 hands.
No, a second.
Possibly 80 if you're at... No, I can't finish that sentence. You know what I'm thinking.
Sure. Quick question. Mechanically, are lupine or kinfolk considered mortals or not?
Yes.
They are. Okay.
So here's the deal. It is really important for y'all to know, if I throw a grenade, we got about 3.5 seconds to get back in the fucking elevator and get to fucking moving.
We can't just hide behind the door?
No, generally, they can explode to about 15 feet, but these are phosphorus, so that's a raging fire that's going to be billowing towards our way, and you know that most of us have a reaction to fire, so grenades are an option. We just need to be able to fucking move.
Who's the fastest up?
Is there a belt of them?
She opens her coat. She has a belt.
Shiv, do I feel like Potence 2 would be enough to pull the pins and yeet the entire grenade belt that far?
Yeah. It's not a matter of getting it over there. That I don't think will be an issue. It's making sure that we're hidden.
What if we start closing the doors and then throw it right before they close? Will the doors open again? Or...
Yeah, there's a motion sensor on the elevator that'll...
There's a huge backdraft from the explosion of phosphorus grenades, especially more than one. And yeah, your biggest obstacle is terror frenzy if you're going to use phosphorus grenades, especially in a closed space. That's Marcelina.
Rather than...
honest to God, player thing in my brain here, I guess I don't... So the double doors are not strong enough to stop the explosion. Because I thought we were throwing these into the room. If you shut the double doors, the explosion would still escape the double doors?
Absolutely, just from the force of it. And that's not to mention the actual, phosphorus catching and creating a fire. And whatever is flammable in that room is going to light immediately, including those double doors.
rather than setting everything on fire, I could try calming him.
Well, I find I am even less concerned about the lupine because they're living. I could take them out. It is the 5 other Sabbat vampires that are in that room that are of concern.
Kenon,
When you, sorry,
Kenon, what's
Yes.
awareness, please?
Okie doke.
anybody got a strong flashlight?
Man, I kind of wish we'd kept that sun grenade from down there.
I'm very sorry, Kenon, that you wasted the roll like that, but Kenon, at this point, not being too involved in the conversation, will notice that one of the double doors has been opened, and one of the figures is simply standing there, watching, listening, trying his best to resist the urge to pounce on Elias after showing his tongue in such a way.
I think Kenun will sort of just clear his throat to gently draw the other's attention.
Huh?
Sort of
What?
follow his gaze.
Real lozenge. Oh my god!
And he's just standing in the doorway like this, and when you all look, he's like,
Marceline doesn't react.
Waves back.
Slip is very pointedly looking at this guy's chest. He's not making any eye contact.
my eyes are up here.
Sato is also staring at this man's chest. He's very well aware that this is going to go bad.
We just walked through Domination Royale. He's not making any eye contact.
This man is wearing an extremely expensive suit. He looks
Elias-
more corpse-like than any of you. And he simply says to you, why are you standing in the corridor? Come in. Talk.
Guys, I think this has suddenly turned into we need to talk.
Thank you for the invitation. I'd be happy to. Elias would proceed forward.
He really will shine in there.
He will. I'm going to follow him immediately.
Yeah,
Marceline will walk in, but she's staying towards the back of the group, and when they get inside, she's going to stand right by the door. She's not sitting down.
That's fair.
Oh yeah,
Man
Kenun's
who
kind of just
invited
leaning against the door.
The man who invited you in takes a seat back near the top with the rest. The man at the head of the table stands, adjusts his tie, and says, "Ah, you. This is unexpected, but of little consequence. Weak little lapdog canites. You sup the leftovers the tower spares for you. We could do worse than bring you final death. But considering the interesting company you keep, we would allow you to leave now, unharmed. Physical conflict is so mundane. Regina, however, I suggest you take a trip to the roof. Take a friend with you. Think of it as a show of trust."
I can take a buddy.
Of course, we could not deny you.
I'll go and link my arm through Elias's and say, "We got this, buddy."
I really like her.
Marcelina looks at the ceiling for a second, and there's a very I fucking knew it in her head.
Marcelina's going to look at the ceiling, but the minute she looks down, Sato is going to catch her eyes like, I cannot fucking believe this.
Door to the side of the room opens, revealing a metal staircase that leads straight up.
Not even under her breath, but she watches them walk out and goes, "He's dead." He's
Bye, Elias.
He'll be fine.
Right. So.
We are the Sabbat. Others you have found are also the Sabbat. we operate towards the greater goal. Total domination over the kind. We didn't take this place with violence. We used our natural gifts, charm and power over the kind to take it. Far cleaner and easier than violence. But do not think we are afraid to take arms should the need arise. Will the need arise with you?
Is Elias still here, or did
Nope.
we leave yet?
Gone.
Okay,
You've gone on your final walk with Regina.
gotcha.
Sato is like,
Technically- Go ahead.
Sato's like, eyes are like staring at the ground, but like kind of going back and forth. He's like, what the fuck do I say now? How the fuck do I get us out of this? Can I?
Marcelina is Hakata. I mean, she's got no stake in Camarilla or otherwise, so technically this ain't her fight.
Yeah, this is a very brief pause from Slip, and it's just Marcelina, Slip, and Sato, right?
And Cannon.
And then Canoon.
There's 0 Ivory Tower kindred in this fucking room right now.
Absolutely.
Settle.
That said, we do have a job to do.
Wow.
We aren't here for a reason, are we not?
Yeah.
Cannon. What is that reason?
Have you forgotten?
Yes.
That's where Kenan pinches the bridge of his nose.
I mean, Marcelina's about the art of the kill, so for her, it's really comes down to like she just enjoys killing, but the truth is that this is a matter of like Camarilla Sabat shit. She, you know.
We have manipulated events. People in this country do our bidding. Even your hidden friend here, and he'll be gesturing at Slip, has done our will, bringing final death to his own kind, Gaki and Kine alike. So what makes you think you could stand against us?
That true, Slip?
Yeah?
How do you feel now?
About what?
This. Where do you stand?
Oh, with you guys.
Marcelina is not convinced. But she just goes, All right then. We walk out. You keep doing what you're doing.
One of the other Canaanites will stand, and he'll look at Marcelina directly in the eye.
Marcelina has unswayable mind. As a reminder.
That's going to be useful.
Fuck me.
Intelligence and resolve. What is your fortitude rating?
My fortitude is a 2.
All the times I wish I had fucking fortitude.
He's going to blood surge as well.
We're gonna blood surge.
You need to roll intelligence and resolve.
Okay. And then +2 for the unswayable mind.
Nope, we just add flat +2 to whatever you roll.
Oh, okay, got you. Ooh, that's not good.
Lord.
Is that with a
Faces
blood
hungry
search?
but messy.
His
roll was with blood surge.
I did. No, I blood surge too, but I didn't add my blood surge to it.
Please re-roll with the blood surge.
Okay, thank you. Solve intelligence, and then blood surge is just +1.
What's your
2?
blood potency?
Mine's
2 or 3?
plus.
I think mine is 2. Wait, hold on. I don't want to lie to you. Hold on a second. It's actually 3.
Add 3.
Okay.
It's worth checking.
Yeah. 3.
And as he looks you in the eye, he simply says, "When you see the Salubri again, stab him. And you will have to do this."
You didn't even have to. You didn't have to convince me, brother. No. Marcelina just nods. Marcelina just nods. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the second Cainite stands up and looks at Slip directly in the eye. He says, "How does it make you feel knowing that you worked for us?"
I mean, Slip has very pointedly been avoiding eye contact this entire time.
We can do the roll if you want to do the contest.
We can. Please.
I believe it's a composure resolve contest.
I think it's intimidate and manipulation versus wits on awareness, actually.
I'll take that.
But you're the storyteller. You call whatever you want, bro.
No. I don't want to mess with the rules. If I've got to roll intimidation,
okay.
we'll do that.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Please do not tell me you just made this harder on yourself.
I might have. I don't fucking know.
Well, but
okay, I'm gonna re-roll the 2 and the 5 and the 5.
What?
This is the time for sure.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. It goes to the aggressor.
Oh, go to defender, does it?
Yeah.
And he's done his 2 rouses. And he just simply says, "How does it make you feel?"
I mean, I don't believe you, so whatever.
Fucking damn it.
You need to roll.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Composure and resolve.
Sure.
Shiv, I need to know something.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way? Because I know that power specifically Sabat, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any fucking way I can make a roll to figure out what's happening?
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. 6 successes to the Cainite. And he only needs 4 more to complete the Erase Your Mind.
Nope, please.
I have a
Intelligence or
thing.
wits and occult.
So what's it called? I'm gonna blood surge, which is a rouse check, right?
Yeah.
And then it's occult. Intelligence. Nope. Not letting this happen. I'll do fucking anything.
Sticking with it, or would you like a reroll?
Ooh.
I really feel I would only be re-rolling one of them.
You'd be crit fishing, no?
It might get a
Would be
crit.
Fuck it.
Maybe. This is the
I'll
love of
reroll.
your life,
Fuck
right?
it. Fuck it.
So.
It doesn't matter. You know, it's 6. Come on, 6 has to be enough. 6 to figure out a stuff out. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Hold
I
on.
have-
Wait a minute.
These guys took over the TID just with their voices.
Fuck. Shiv, please give me anything. Give me anything. I'll sacrifice anything to stop this.
I
Suck
have
your
a
toes.
thing. I have a thing.
Shiv, I'll come out of your closet and give you a hug.
What the fuck? That's a new one.
This is Elias's specialty.
Oh no.
That's why she took you, buddy. That's why she took you.
Oh my god.
I
Shiv,
have
anything.
I have a thing.
Literally, the buddy system was your idea.
It wasn't
It
mine.
just
It's true.
Well, it's not mine.
wasn't the system we needed.
No.
Well, you.
Nope.
Oh dear.
So I have a thing, but I'll wait my turn.
Meanwhile, as Regina and Elias make their walk slowly up the metal stairs towards the roof, the sounds of rain pouring down outside echoing around them, is there anything you two would like to talk about before Elias dies, before you make it to the top of the stairs?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I forgot to bring my umbrella.
Oh shit, me too. Also, I don't know why we're going up here. So none of this is like personal.
Guess Elias would open the rooftop door.
Kindred reach the top of the stairs and the door to the roof. The spatter of rain smashing against the door is almost overwhelming as they stand next to it. Elias, always aware of his manners, takes the initiative and opens the door for Regina to step through, following after her into the heavy rain that almost forms a mist in front of them. Standing across the roof in front of them is a shadowy figure, barely able to be seen. His long black hair clings to his large but athletic form. His dark suit, already saturated with water, blends in with his wet hair. Despite the torrential downpour, the man's eyes glow with a crimson red in the night. Good evening, Cainites. Do your traditions not say you are to announce yourself when entering another's domain?
Oh, hello, I'm Elias. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Elias. I am Arakon. And I know why you're here.
Oh, and why is that?
To bring a downfall to us. You may not want to be so hasty after our little coup. The man raises an arm slowly, and stepping out from behind him, hidden away in the rain, is some rocks.
I am feeling vulnerable, so I am looking around for shadows. Any shadows around us?
Yeah, you're it, but the problem is you're on a rooftop. But yeah, there are shadows here and there.
Are there a lot of streetlights around?
They're all the
On the
way
ground?
30 floors down. But yeah. And that, as far as I'm concerned, that counts as line of sight. You're safe. You're safe. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. The sheet didn't load for me, so I have to look up the power manually. Please hum to yourself while I go through my very extensive folder of VTM stuff.
Can I just say one of my least favorite powers to ever be created is tabula rasa?
It's wonderful, isn't it?
I fucking hate it.
Okay.
It's also when you have a mental fortress and it fails when they try to use it.
It hurts.
There's just elevator music in my brain right now.
Okay. Elias, please roll. Oh no, hang on. So, you see mortal man. Elias can see that it's Perrin. He is thrown to his knees. Torn clothes hang off Perrin's body. Blood drips from his ears and nose, mixing into thick droplets of water. Before you bring me any harm, this one will meet a grisly demise. And Arakel strokes Perrin's face, almost like a lover. His fingers extend into claws, and in an instant, his spiked thumb pierces the man's eye socket.
Friend of yours?
Clearly, you have no respect for the dead. Quite a horrible image to be showing someone.
Perrin is your touchstone. Unless you haven't
Oh.
updated your fucking sheet, sir.
Okay. The descendant of Perrin. Okay. All right. I guess. Do you want me to do a frenzy check?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, because it does look like Perrin. And given your response, do for me intelligence and awareness.
Intelligence and awareness.
Yes, please. Not bad, not great. Sticking with it?
Yes.
Are you sure you're sticking with it? I have 5 successes.
I can't get 5. The best I could hope for would be 4.
True. As far as you can see, it is Perrin.
A tear would run down Elias's face. This is so horrible. It's so terrible. Why would you show me something like this? This person is so innocent. They didn't need to suffer any more than they've already had to have suffered.
They never saw it coming. Regina,
Can we just...
what would you like to
go
do
ahead.
as well? Don't forget you're here as well, Regina.
This was very personal for him, so I was letting him have that moment. I'll look at the guy and say, "We get it, you're terrible. What do you want?"
You to leave.
This building?
And never return.
Why?
Because this is our tower, our land, and we've grown quite accustomed to the power we can wield here.
And you think you should have it all to yourself?
Is it not time for us to have something?
What do you want? Just power? That's boring.
To rule. To start by placing our power over the kind in this building and extending our grasp outwards until we own this entire country. And then the world!
Regina actually, like, giggles a little bit and is like, you took over one building. Good for you. You think that makes you actually powerful? They're human. They're kind. Like, good
They
for
are
you?
kind especially made to destroy us. The ivory tower cowers away from them and hides. We, the true Black Hand, advanced, took control, took power. You, of all people, should appreciate that.
You're like a kid with a toy. You haven't even done anything.
If we were a kid with a toy, then what have you? That? He'll be gesturing to Elias, who's blubbering away with blood coming down on his face.
He's not boring.
Pity him!
That was not Regina. That was me.
This man has
I
a
mean-
cult! Don't forget, he is a cult leader!
Is the individual are they dead, or are they just like blind in one eye? It was
Eye is out. You survived that.
yeah.
Got a glass eye, you'll definitely survive it.
I honestly thought this was going to be more fun than this.
Please,
Then-
can oh sorry.
Go ahead.
Please, can you return them to me so I can help them? You don't need to continue to torture them and cause them pain.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Of course, please. Why don't you come over here and take him?
I will start walking forward to go help the individual up.
And he's just like looking at Regina, looking at him.
You asked him to do it.
And he's stupid enough to do it. You know exactly what's going to happen as soon as he gets within range. And here he is, walking blindly in. More blindly than the man with one eye. He'll give a little kick to the guy.
What do you think you're going to do? And then before he can answer, I'm going to blink behind him and grab him by the back of the neck and be like, this?
Blink, absolutely.
And I
free.
will
Strength
attempt
brawl.
to throw him over the side of the building.
Oh, definitely strength brawl. But blink is absolutely free. Shit.
And I would like to use, what is it, prowess?
Yep.
Ooh.
Rouse check for prowess.
All right. So then
This is not going to go well for him.
I add, what is strength and what?
Strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl. Gross. I don't have brawl.
What's your
And
prowess?
then I add
Nope.
my-
For prowess, you get a flat rate added, whatever your prowess level is. So if your prowess is
2 potence. Okay.
potent, sorry, then you will add 2 to to your score. So you roll as normal, then we just add 2 on top.
Okay, so I rolled 4 successes, so 6.
Yeah.
I would like to re-roll the 1 to try and really like
Are you
yeet
sure?
him. Yeah, I want to go for a crit.
All right.
Damn.
Doesn't matter. You're able to extremely quickly get behind him, picking up by the scruff of his neck with just one hand, and throw him over the side of the building as if he were nothing more than an empty paper bag. He silently falls and forms nothing more than a splat upon the pavement below. As he does so, the illusion he created fades away, and the man that Elias thought was Perrin is revealed to be just some random kind. Elias,
Happy
you may
ending, right, buddy?
Elias will wipe the blood off of his face. He'll look up at the rain. It'll help wash it off some, and then he'll look over at you. Wow, thank you so much. I guess it was all just an illusion. That's quite impressive. I suppose he wasn't expecting that.
He's boring.
Would you like
Very
to do
basic.
the kind?
Are you like, I don't know, a doctor?
I could. Oh, actually, my healing does not work on. I will go to the kind. I'll kind of kneel down. How are you feeling?
He can't answer you. He's just blubbering and clearly in pain. Agonizing screams and broken-hearted tears.
I will use Obehe on him, and that will, if successful, will calm him. Most of it that you can just ignore. Yeah, I'll do that. It'll just be the tail end of it where it says if you use an immortal. And that will be composure and awesome. Huh. Interesting. I think I think I'll re-roll. No, you know what? Good. Sure. We'll just leave that.
Channel your vampiric powers to be able to calm this kind. You do so and you feel the beast rearing up inside of you, but you don't have time for this. You are clearly focused. You urge your vitae around your body. Increase your hunger by 1 as you calm the beast and soothe the mortal. You may take 2 humanity. And at this point, before we flash back, we'll deal with that hopefully next week when we'll be actually live.
Wait, 2 humanity stains?
No, you may increase your humanity by 2.
Ooh, okay, well.
So, as is tradition, it's going to be weird because I don't have to type anything. All of our players have made their characters with use of our Buddy Bully's unofficial player's guide from Tablegoth. Hopefully, I'm in the chat as this is going on, and now, future me, is time to do the command. Thanks, future me. If you didn't do it right, then I'm gonna fucking... That's it. A big thank you to coming and watching us. A big thank you to all of you for being here and coming and playing in this awkward moment as we record, because I have literally no upload speed. I'm quickly panicking. A special thank you to our very special guest, Wowzers, for being here. Thank you very much. I know you're an extremely busy person, so taking the time out to be here is really appreciated. Thank you so much and for doing such a great job. Hopefully we can bribe you for at least 1 more game, maybe 2.
Oh yeah, I gotta see this through. I'm not finished with everything yet, just so y'all know.
Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out. Now's the time for the link.
I'm Wowzer, spelled VVOWZERZ. Just look for me on Twitter. Look at my pinned tweet. It's got everything you need.
Scarlet was here earlier, playing Violet. She does games over on Queen's Court RPG. Links are in the chat, future Shiv. Twat. Marcelina! Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hey everyone. Hi. You can find me on all social medias as the Risa Rave. I do TTRPGs here at Table of Horrors. I have done some things over at Table Goth, and with Lanyap Gaming, VTM, probably future other types of games there too. Yeah, I'll see you around.
Slip. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Oh my gosh, I'm on Twitter at Vampire Father. I'm on Twitch here, where I stream Variety, Vamp Daddy, and Friday nights I'm here.
Sato Rin. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I'm Softy. I'm found on every social media as Softonomicon, especially Twitch, where I'm a variety streamer. I do art and video games. And on Fridays, I am happily here with my lovely hedgehog husband, Shiv.
Ronald Beasley. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out. Kenun. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Do I do things? No, I don't. I don't exist. You can't find me anywhere. To confirm that fact, go check out Daybreakathon on Twitch or Twitter. You won't find me there. Nope, not at all.
Day does very amusing streams, as does Sato and Vamp Daddy. So please don't just go and look and follow them, please. Elias, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am Nascavian. I play Elias every Friday on Table of Horrors. That's it. Message me in Discord. If you at me, it might take me a couple days to find it.
Check out links down below for a link to our Discord, our Twitter, YouTube for past episodes. We have an audio-only version of episodes now as well. If Future Me has made a link for that, now is the time. Thank you. I suppose we'll be going raiding. I don't know how this works when it's pre-recorded. We'll find out. If we go raiding on someone, I'm sure they're a lovely person. That's what it says on the card anyway. Thank you all for coming. Hopefully we'll see you back at regular scheduled time for more shenanigans. Things are starting to snowball now, so you're going to start seeing a little bit more content leaking out now. Thank you again, and all take care.
Oh!